not like other guys. I can tell that you have played it safe your whole life. So let's get naughty and break a couple rules tonight. Sneak in a movie, no one will ever know. Then run on private property and hold each other close. Beneath the moonlight, I've got a fun idea. Lean and kiss a cheek and gently whisper in your ear. Let's steal a car tonight. Commit a felony with me and drive until the sunrise. Let's steal a motherfucking car tonight. Be young and alive. So let's commit some crimes.
Hey, I like you.
I got your flowers, let's get some coffee. Look deep in my eyes and tell me about your family. We can hold hands, then you can watch me shoot cocaine into my eyes and rock a family. Let's steal some art tonight. What's a few Picassos when you're on a sexy date heist? Let's steal some precious fucking art tonight. We're young and alive. And cross some state lines.
Or, we could go a little more traditional. Go for a walk, watch a movie. Actually, there's a really nice flower exhibit at the Botanical Gardens. Ninja Brian was just telling me about that last week. He loved it. Wait, you know what? Fuck it!
Let's kill some guy tonight. We're holding hands and laughing while we shank 'em in the starlight. Let's take a motherfucking life tonight. We're young and alive. Which I can say for that guy. Yeah. Let's kill 5 guys tonight. Then share a cherry cola while we blast a savage drive-by. Let's kill 10 guys tonight.
You know what? First date, let's pump the brakes on the murders.
Let's kill 5 guys tonight. I'll take you back to your place and we'll craft a perfect alibi. Man, we had fun tonight. We're young and alive. And you can call me anytime.
Good first date. Want to do it again next week? No? Oh, all right.
Live? Yes, we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to an exciting Friday stream, where today we're going to be hippity-hopping our asses back into our classic Deep Rock Galactic Survivor as we try to push ahead with getting more achievements as my process has been getting slower and slower every stream. So today we're gonna try to beat 3 achievements so I don't feel like a failure. But before we hippity hop our asses into that, I have a simple question for all of y'all. How have your weeks been? How are your weekends shaping up to be? And most importantly, how are you all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. For those who missed it, or Wednesday, we had a bit of a collab with a few people, including Gwen. Had a lot of fun doing RV there yet. And had a very entertaining time. So if you want to check us out, all struggling to move an RV cross country, I highly recommend checking out the stream or the clip that she posted recently on Twitter, which I lost my fucking mind over. It was the happiest she was all stream. It was when someone called me fat. So that was delightful. Doing well. Gonna have to have some moose stew for dinner. You got moose, Ultima? Fuck yeah, I miss moose. I think it's been a good 2 years since I last had moose. Fuck, I need to annoy my dad, see if he's got any in the freezer he'd be willing to mail down to me. Not doing great, to be honest, but just have to keep pushing forward. Work being an absolute bitch, Richard. Is that what's going on, or just life stuff, my guy? That's right. I found out amazing news this morning. So I was doom scrolling on YouTube, as one does, and I stumbled across someone who brought up an actual fucking paper that was written. Let's see here. This came out in October 2025. And this is amazing news. This is news I'm so happy about, and I think all of you need to know. This paper is called Tracking Domestication Signals Across the Population of North American Raccoons via Citizen Science Driven Image Repositories. That's right. Guess what? Humans are doing it again. We're slowly domesticating creatures with our fucking garbage and our addiction to give everything fuzzy pets. Apparently, people have been doing this study where they've been comparing, country raccoons with raccoons that are living inside cities, and they are finding traditional signs of domestication occurring, including the emergence of floppy ears, curling tails, and more social behavior. So it seems like raccoons are learning to become friend-shaped. And in a good 1,000 years like this, like they're gonna become just like pup dogs. I'm excited. I've always fucking loved raccoons. They're terrifying because they're wild animals, but they are fucking adorable little guys. This is gonna be the first one. This is gonna be like our first domesticated critter that's got like hands, You guys can't see me, but I just put up my hands and made grabby motions. I'm sorry. I love dogs. They are amazingly expressive with their ridiculous eyebrows and what have you. Cats and their many different meows they use to communicate with us are also absolute delights. But I'm just picturing a truly domesticated raccoon with big floppy ears, a curly tail, patchwork colored hair, holding its hands up and giving the gesture for wanting uppies. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That's so I'm sorry. It is unfair to our many dedicated domesticated friends, but I want one with expressive hands. Oh man. Combination of work and putting more and more on my plate while my pay remains the same. One of my clients who made up a decent portion of my income decided to end our contract next month. So that'll be a big hit. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Richard. I'm fucking sorry that's going on, my dude. Are you more of a country raccoon or a city raccoon? If the city raccoons are the ones becoming domesticated, then probably. I've always told y'all, I've definitely mentioned this before. If I ever get cursed by magic and turned into an animal of any kind, I am going to find a populated place, maybe like outside a Walmart or something, just a place where people are coming and going. And I'm going to watch and I'm going to find the first human who seems to be nice to pets. And I'm going to go over there and I am going to do my best to be as adorable as possible. And I'm going to get a person to fucking take me home and feed me. I am not eating out of the dumpsters. To be fair, you could probably do that out in the country or in the city, but I feel like it's probably easier in the city, right? This is probably gonna be easier in the city. Hi, Zelix. I applied for a video job for the Olympics. So here's hoping. When is Olympic? Hey, is FIFA happening first or is the Olympics happening first? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Here's hoping you get it then. You want me to send you more aggressively underpaying video jobs for backstage? Because I'll do it and that would be helpful. If you'd like some of that work, I can get you some aggressively underpaying work, probably. Oh my god. How are you doing, Zelix? How's your fucking week been, my guy? I'm happy to see you. I know you mostly roll in and I think you lurk a lot. Were you able to catch my last stream? I think you would have had a lot of fun hearing Gwen mocking me the whole time. Nah, but any influencers who want to pay for a soon to be out of work editor, let me know. Gosh dang. I'll have to think about that. Do I know any? Well, I mean, I might know an influencer, but I don't know how down bad she is for editors, as she doesn't even run her own fucking YouTube page. Oh my god. Good week. Gonna be going to a movie tomorrow? What you gonna go see, my dude? My homie, my chap. What you gonna be getting up to? Oh yeah. So I haven't had a chance to really read this paper, but I'm definitely gonna find an opportunity because I'm really hyped for hearing about raccoons getting domesticated. What is there? Oh, you guys want to hear the abstract? North American raccoons are widespread across the contiguous United States and live in close proximity to humans, i.e., urban and in rural environments. This makes them an excellent species for comparative work on the effects of human environments on phenotypic traits. We use raccoons as a mammalian model system to test whether exposure to human environments triggers a trait of domestication syndrome. Our data suggests that urban environments produce reductions in snout length, which are consistent with the domestication syndrome phenotype. These results are crucial for the discussion of the validity of the neural crest domestication syndrome hypothesis. They also offer new opportunities to potentially observe early stage domestication patterns in yet non domesticated mammalian species without the possibility of introgression or hybridization with other already known domesticated mammals. Let's fucking go. Sisu Road to Revenge. It's a sequel. Hell yeah, my guy. OMG, I have HoloLive emotes. I'm very sorry to hear that, Chaotic. I'm terribly sorry to hear you have been stuck with that. Oh yeah, but no, the raccoon thing was really the only thing I learned about today, and I wanted to share with you guys. Let's see here. We talked about the RV There Yet stream. I mentioned the clip Gwen made. What else? What else? Yep, there they are, my dude. There they fucking are. Talked about raccoons. Anything else? Anything else on my plate? I guess not much, really. I'm terribly sorry. I haven't been as yappy lately. I blame the weather. For those who aren't aware, this entire last week, LA has been raining, and it's had me trapped inside. I haven't been able to go on walks as much. I haven't been able to go out and do things, and it's messing with my mind, y'all. It's fucking messing with my mind. 2 nights ago, I couldn't fall asleep at all. I think my circadian rhythm's thrown the fuck off. I need this rain to stop because I gotta burn off my excess energy. I can't live like this. Oh my god, Ratchet. Okay, when you fart, it could be either silent or loud. And then there's the turd option. God fucking damn it. How you doing, Ratchet? It's good to see you. Eric doesn't do well when cooped up. Eric's never do well when cooped up. Eric's need frequent walks. We're a very needy breed, okay? That's all I have to say about that. So I think, honestly, really short yap. I think we're good to get fucking hopping into it, especially since I don't want to be embarrassed. God damn it, what? What, Ratchet? You're the one talking about turds and farts. What, you think I was gonna be tickled by that? Degenerate, that's you. No, actually, there's one more thing. So the other day I was watching YouTube, right? And I came across a short that was this clip from a movie, and it triggered just like childhood flashbacks for a second. So I had to look up the movie. Have any of you seen Gattaca? Because apparently I saw it as a kid. So I decided to rewatch it. And in the midst of rewatching it, I was asking myself, what the fuck? Why did I watch this as a kid? Listen, Gattaca is good. No criticism is Gattaca, but I think anybody who's seen and likes Gattaca can admit, no, that it is a very slow and like low energy sci-fi movie, right? It's a very classic sci-fi movie in that way. It's before like the high action sci-fi movies. It's very slow, it's very plodding, and it really takes its time with each scene. Not a bad thing at all, just a style thing. But I don't think that's the type of movie a kid chooses to watch, right? So I have no clue why 12 to 14-year-old Eric sat down and watched Gattaca, but apparently he did, because I have memories of it. And it's a good movie, but after rewatching it recently, I'm just like, why as a child did I watch this? I just feel like there's not a lot that's like child entertaining in that. And not like, it's not even like inappropriate or anything. It's just, I feel like a kid would get very bored during this movie. The ideas are very sci-fi rooted, right? Like maybe you could say they're the ideas about fate, but if you approach it from like the genetics and the space and all that, it's a very not kid entertaining movie, I think. So that's just, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out why I watched this as a kid. Because, like, I remembered every scene, so I watched it from beginning to end as a kid, and I can't imagine why. I enjoyed rewatching it, that's for sure, but at no point was I watching it like, yeah, kid me would have been real into this. Oh my god. Eric's, let's see here, god damn it. This man would be in the middle of like an 8-hour D&D session, he'd have walked like 4 times. Fuck you, Richard. I'll kick your ass. I almost never was the one to ask for a break at D&D. I would pace the room, though. I would pace the room. Nerd. I mean, I can't talk. Watching stuff young, I watched Boondocks when I was 9. True, but I think Boondocks is not a very slow-paced show. That's just what happened to me. I recently rewatched Gattaca and figured out I saw it as a kid, and I have no clue how or why. I have to assume, like, my dad put it on or something, because I can't imagine how child Eric found out about this movie and chose to watch it beginning to end. Ugh. There was a time as a kid, though, I think in middle school or something, I got obsessed with, like, AI movies, and I watched a ton of them. Like, maybe it was high school. I'm not sure. When did the movie about Robert Downey Jr. being turned... Was it Robert Downey Jr.? No. Was it Johnny Depp? I'm really trying to remember. There was a dude, I'm gonna guess Johnny Depp, and his character got turned into a computer. I remember that movie coming out. I remember watching Her. I went and watched, Steven Spielberg's AI. A little while after that, I know Ex Machina came out. There was just a period where I was, like, watching a ton of, like, artificial intelligence movies and just kind of seeing how they all approached it. Didn't put Terminator on that list. Doesn't really feel like an AI movie, you know? That feels just a lot more like a sci-fi action flick. If you like robot film, I remember Mother was a fun one. I never saw Mother. I think that came out a while after I stopped really just watching every... Transcendence. Yeah, that was the one. But that was, but Mother came out a little while after, and I did intend to watch it, but I never ended up doing it. Maybe I'll watch Mother tonight. That could be interesting. But no, the funniest one was I remember watching all these movies, and I watched Ex Machina, and later on I sat down and watched Ex Machina with Milkblade. And it was the funniest moment because it was like a group of us, but me and Milkblade were watching it. And we get to the scene where the AI girl is first introduced, right? And Milkblade was so into her. And I'm just like, hair on the back of my neck standing up, fear response engaging. And it's just, God, that boy got no self preservation instinct when it comes to girls. Holy shit. Basically, what I'm saying, if Milkblade had been in that movie, he would have 100% done the same thing as the main character. Milkblade, more like Goonblade, or like Milk Goon. So today we're going to be playing some Deep Rock Survivor, everybody. Oh my god. No, but of that group, I found Transcendence to be sort of interesting in a way. Like, if you look on the surface, here's what I'll say. Transcendence looks like it's kind of a slop movie.
You guys, we should fucking suck his dick.
Well, if you want to, Zelix. Right? Because it's got Johnny Depp in it, and a lot of the things about it seems very, like, you know, like sandpapered in a way. It doesn't look like it engages super hard in the normal like actual sci-fi look at it, but it does engage with one idea that I find really interesting that a lot of AI movies haven't touched. What was it? 3 bits of media that stood out to me for asking very interesting questions about our relationship with like potential general AI. Hey, sorry, I need to go. I got work to do. Just want to say hi. Hey, no problem, Richard. Your job always take precedence. I'm always yelling at you for watching me when you shouldn't be anyway. But what are they? Her. Her is really good. Very interesting. A very serious look at like our relationship with an actual intelligence that is physically different than ours. Very good. Transcendence is interesting just because it asks a question specifically about taking a human brain and putting it into AI and how you can tell, or if you can tell, whether they are still them or not. That's really the main question about in Transcendence, is trying to figure out if someone is still the person, or if like the question of, is it the person, is the AI its own thing and is pretending to be the person, or is this the person and they've changed now that they have access to like the abilities that being a computer now grants them. Like it honestly asks a very interesting question that I don't think a lot of sci-fi films tend to go into. And then the last one, and this one is very, very dumb, but I fucking love the one AI thing they had in it, is there's a TV show called Altered Carbon. And in it, it has this class of artificial intelligences, which are businesses. Like there's a hotel that's just an AI and what have you. And it's very interesting because it shows this idea that I don't know of any other sci-fi like media that goes super deep into this idea, but it's the idea of a service AI, an artificial intelligence 100% programmed to service people and to only be obsessed with it, and with it not going rogue, you know, not breaking its program, not reinterpreting its program, but just sort of that weird energy of a hotel that is desperate to get you to sign up for it, and once you do, will be 100% like the classic like obsessed partner, making sure everything in your life is as perfect as it can be. And it's just something where like I feel like if humanity was to really fuck up in making artificial intelligence, I feel like the number one way we would fuck up is in the service AI direction, where we accidentally make something that doesn't understand boundaries and just wants to make your life better, you know? And I don't know, it feels like a lot of things always go, yeah, and to make your life better, it's going to kill everything. No, you don't need to. Too many things try to take it to the point where it wants to conquer the world to make everything better, or like that. It's just there's enough horror you can get out of something that is 100% dedicated to trying to make your life as good as possible under like with no restrictions whatsoever. And I'd like to see more shit kind of play in that space. That space is very entertaining. It's not a film. I Have No Mouth is a really good game for AI stuff. I'm familiar with a lot of the stuff in the books. Is there a lot of difference between the books and the game then? Because I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is very interesting in its approach. I'll say I think it has a very similar question to what Ex Machina has, which is like this idea of if you make a mind, if you make a personality, even if it's artificial, and the process you go through to create it is inherently traumatizing, like what have you created beyond just a traumatized personality, and what dangers naturally emerge because of that? Is it crazy for me to say that I would rather an AI take it too far than paying 100,000 for a robot that is just an AR game for people? What is crazy? I think Mass Effect goes into AI stuff, but I don't know, since I'm still on Act 1 the first time playthrough, hey, if you ever want to see me play through Mass Effect in the most frustrating way possible, we've got a playlist on my YouTube of my playthrough all the way from Mass Effect 1 through Andromeda with the most horrific rule set I've ever had to play, where chat could take away my weapons and abilities. And it was horrifying. But I made it. I made it through. Having to punch Saren in the face over and over again in the final battle was rough, though. That was very rough. All right. So, y'all. No more yapping. No more distractions. We gotta get into the game. I'm terribly sorry for all those out there waiting for gameplay. We're getting started now. And to try to get myself a good start, I looked through all the achievements and tried to find a good double up I could do. Our goal today is to beat 3 achievements. That's our only goal. We're setting the bar on the ground just so I can feel like I'm doing better. And I found one double achievement we could go for. I need an achievement for beating any dive on difficulty 4 without gear. And I need an achievement for getting through a dive without any gear on difficulty 5. So I think we could do one run at difficulty 5 without gear, and that should get us both achievements. So I kind of already picked a class. I think we'll be good to go. We'll just do like as basic as possible. We'll try our best. Hopefully we can get through it. Hi! Welcome to the YouTube chat. I've arrived from Tuck Fode. What the fuck is Tuck Fode? Yo, what is Tuck Fode? Can't come at me with something like that. I have no clue what you're talking about. So we're gonna get in, we're gonna run recon, we're gonna go hazard 5, and we just gotta win. Only restriction, we gotta win. We're bringing no gear with us. Hopefully we'll be able to grab 2 achievements and be most of the way through to victory. I'm just playing because of Autistic 8 Aline singing about him being the greatest doctor. Oh, okay. You're interested in the Morden plot line. It's a good one. It's a good one if you take it all the way to the end. Very sad depending on whether you go for trying to be a real hero or not, is what I'll say. But very good plot line in there. Wait, you can romance him? I think you can romance any character, first of all, but I more so just mean his plotline. Like, you don't need to make someone like a romance option to commit yourself to doing all of their side quests, you know? There's some people whose side quests are really, really interesting, some people who aren't. I found Miranda's side quest, for example, to be somewhat dull, honestly. I find, like you know, the family and all that stuff is fine, but they don't really seem to do a lot to really try to dig into a lot of, like, the possibilities, I think, within her story. Anyone else who has a really good one? I wish, and this is a DLC character, so it's a little unfair, that they did more to dig into... Fuck, what's her name? Kasumi? The thief character. There's some very interesting potential, I think, in her story, but because she's a DLC character, she, like, has a very limited plot line you get a look at, but I got very interested and wish we could have had more with her. Balin, I'm romancing him just based on the song. Balin. Balin. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. Yeah, that one. I think it's that one. Unless there's someone else who sings.
Sorry, little bug. Your own fault for being full of good.
Yeah, I think the whole collection should have all the DLC. Definitely having all the DLC, in my opinion, makes for a really good play experience with Mass Effect. Scientist Solarium, not Silasium. I think Silasium might be an element. A Solarian is a species. It's a drunk Mario Party video where someone fucked up and said fucked out. God damn it, why did I read chat? I need to be careful reading chat. Y'all could get my ass fucking killed too easily.
Elimination? Crystalline Caverns, my favorite. I'll do scout recon.
God damn it.
This is it. Either the Dreadnought goes
I blame you. I blame you with your fuck-toad bullshit.
own in there. Make it count.
I'm gonna go with this. Loot bug eliminated.
No, it's Solarian. Think salamander, and you might get a little closer. They are the lizard people, after all.
Yes, please.
Lizard. Lizard. Lizard.
This will help me
Got
work
a
hard.
blocked landing site for the supply pod. Get it cleared out.
Oh, and we should have the lethal operation reset. So maybe if I can get a few achievements under my belt, we can take a stab at the new lethal operation as well. And maybe it'll be super easy and I'll be able to get 10 victories in it. No problem. Unlikely, but we'll... Fuck.
Tell my mates, I love them.
Alright. That was me getting a little ballsy, but I definitely got too used to... I should just hit retry. I think I got used to a lot of the legendary gear I have. Because I am getting a little surprised by how quickly I die. So I must have a lot more like max HP or armor from my usual gear set. Okay. Just gotta play it safer. More attentive. I got D&D in 20 minutes, so I won't be here too long. I'll probably let stream run in the background. Aw, that's very sweet of you. What's your current D&D character? Do you know what's going to be going on this next session? You got a big fight coming up.
Gotta have it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I die a little inside every time I have to take out a loot bug.
Resupply prepared. Clear the landing zone of obstacles.
God dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Alright. Alright. Maybe if we just circle around.
There we go. Prepare for impact.
Hell yeah. Even took them all out. I think I'm gonna look for like more of a stat boost if possible. That could work.
That's a no-brainer.
Okay, interesting. We're gonna have, I think, some high potential. So, I think I already have the achievement for getting that, so I don't need to worry too much about trying to force them, but having the 2 4-direction guns does give you, like, some really good coverage. So we're gonna have a lot of rounds coming out. So we have a lot of spread out rounds, so we need to cover this up then by getting some high, like, single target focus. Something like the sniper, the crossbow, just something in that realm to give us a little more focused damage coming out. We should be solid then. At least for build. Then I just have to pay attention and not run myself to death reading chat. I'm the DM and they're investigating a fort that's likely been taken over by a portion of one of the undead armies of a lich. Ooh, likely.
You're cute, but you're dead.
Okay. What do you think? You think they stand a chance? Are they going to be able to figure it out? Or are they the type that every session is seeing if they get themselves killed?
Achieved your objective in a record time.
I can use this.
I need to find some fucking red sugar. I'm getting low on HP. Yeah, I definitely must run a lot of armor unintentionally in my gear sets. Because it feels like I could take so much more damage. Ooh. Oh, fuck! Holy shit! Yeah, I almost got 1 popped there. 13 HP from 1 hit?
Feeling much better now.
Alright.
Yeehaw! This is it. Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm also, I think, struggling a little for putting the damage on them. I did know I got some spread out damage and not very good focus. 11, I had 12, and I won't get my next weapon to level 15. Okay, cold could buy us more time, keep everything a little more under control. But it doesn't do a ton to actually help us in focusing the bosses down.
Watch it. The threat level is increasing.
Watch it.
I'm having an epic vision. Sure, why not? Boom, baby!
Okay, there we go. And I think we'll go with the sniper. Just gotta add some better focus damage coming out.
Die, monsters! Here,
What else? Maybe getting the, just the basic, what is it, the deep core assault rifle, and then going for the, like, highest health targeting, overclock on it could be really good.
boom, baby! Give me that! Die, monsters!
If we take the sniper all the way to its final overclock and we get the shotgun version, that could also be really nice. Just to make it easier for us to lay out a ton of damage if we line up with a boss.
Loading, miner.
I
Get a
want
move
it.
on.
But I think we're gonna be good. We're not even at threat level 5 yet. Yeah. Obviously no reward, unfortunately. Fuck.
Timer runs out. The drop
Ooh, that's kind of bad. Yeah, I'm a little cornered in here. I think I'll be able to loop this side and we'll start heading out. 20 seconds left. Yeah, we should be okay.
Me, overclock, rock, and stone!
Pick up everything we can, heal from a level up, keep moving, next overclock. Reload speed or piercing and damage. We'll do piercing and damage.
The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
Alright, so we survived stage 1, but this is actually going to be a little harder than I thought. Hey, Marcel, how you doing? If they pull frontal assault, they're committing suicide, but if they investigate, they'll live. Yeah, but listen, I'm a DM as well, my guy. So I think you know whether that crowd you have going in are the type who will be interested in investigating. Good day, how are you? Since my play a dwarf game, I wonder if you or Milk's taller. Because in his chat we call him 410 very often. Yeah, I know about the 410 meme.
Cease to shoot.
For which one of us is taller? I'm taller. I'm taller than Milk. But Milk is not that short. Now, what was funny is growing up, because Milk is like 3 years younger than me, but we did a lot of like the same community theater together. We were in high school for 1 year and he was in the drama department. So I had been interacting him with him a lot. But because of the age difference we were, for example, I went through puberty, a couple of years before him. So there was a period of time where he was a lot shorter than me. But it was much more because I was 3 to 4 years older than him, and not so much because he's short. I'm pretty sure Milk is actually like literally like average. Fuck.
Maybe I should
Average
concentrate a
height.
little more.
My player's actually quite smart, so I think and I'll also tell Marcy I said hi. Hey. God damn.
Oh yeah, Buck. It's so shiny.
I honestly thought
We
this
got
would be a little
decent
easier
choice.
than it's being, though I'm being very distracted by chat.
Find and eliminate the dreadnought.
I'm not really crafting a plan. I just sort of ran in here and was like, yeah, we'll be good. So I think step one, I don't think I'll take the burst rifle. We already have the Zukov, so we'll just let the Zukov be our bullet spray option. And we're going to go towards higher damage focus earlier on. Maybe I'll get the bug zapper? I don't know. Like, maybe the bug zapper is a fine enough spray weapon to add in since it behaves a little differently than the Zukov does.
Loot bug pop.
But I don't think we'll go for the burst fire rifle. Wow. No, what was it? I remembered at one point when I was playing D&D, I was co-DMing with someone. And we were coming up with an idea for something in the future where some characters would end up going into a dungeon, right? Then there'd be a massive earthquake and it would cause a bunch of the tunnels to split and for there to be cave-ins and stuff. And we were going to split the party essentially and have them each moving down a different tunnel with a different trial. And me and my co-DM
Take this one.
were figuring out who we wanted to be separated with who. And there was one duo we ended up splitting up just because both the players and the characters they were playing had the perfect personality split for something we wanted to do. Because the reason of this earthquake was in the mountain that this tunnel was in, there's like one of those classic ancient evils that's trying to escape. And we had one of our players, which we knew would be the easiest person to fucking bait. They had a little bit of main character syndrome, and they had written a bit of the classic tragic backstory where, like, their dad was dead and their mom was missing. And we knew they would sell out anyone or anything if we hinted that this creature could tell them something about their mom, and they would do it in a heartbeat. And we had them with, like, the paladin character was the plan we were making. And as we got through figuring out, like, how do we, like, actually make someone tempted, we looked and we saw who we had chosen to separate out, and we were like, alright, we gotta be careful. Because if we do separate these two characters, put them in this room, and offer this player this, like, the opportunity to sacrifice another character for a hint of a chance to find their mom, they are gonna take it in a heartbeat. They will sell out everyone. So we have to be ready. We only do this if we actually want this to happen, because she has zero self-control, no chill, and will 100% assume that she is the main character, so it's okay. Hey, Sammy! How you doing, my guy? Welcome, welcome! What's up, Chubby Bear? How you doing, Sammy? I know you were talking about setting up for doing... You haven't streamed yet, right? You're talking about trying to set yourself up, get ready for, like, are you doing, like, a debut thing at some point? Or are you planning on just starting, you know? But welcome, welcome. How have you been, my guy? Got any weekend plans going? sounds like chaos at the making. But it was just one of those moments where it's like, as a DM, you know your players and their characters very well, that you will almost always be able to know if a thing you're going to put in front of them they are going to take or not. It's very exciting when you can make things that you don't know which way your players are going to go, but sometimes you make a choice, then you look again at who you're putting it at, and you're like, oh no, actually this isn't a choice. That player is 100% without hesitation going to choose this option. So it's always very funny when you can get into one of those moments. Just a moment of wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's totally up to you what you do.
Hell yes.
Rage baited versus rage baiter. I've streamed a few times, just need work on some scuff shit. Oh, what's been going wrong, my guy? If it's anything I can offer advice on, let me know.
The bugs are going insane. Move, move, move.
Get better equipment, mainly the mic. What I will say is when I started streaming, I was using just like the Yeti Snowball quality, and that honestly is 100% good enough in almost all instances. I did upgrade eventually, but it was more so because my job was paying really well at the time, and it was completely chill. And I was making just enough from Twitch to be able to write off my mic on my taxes.
I rarely pick one of these.
Which really helped with the decision. But even then, I got, what, the Shure SM7V? I don't know. It's sort of the classic, like, middle budget one. But honestly, like, a Yeti Snowball, for its price range, is an amazing, in my opinion, starter mic. Quality is more than enough. Tech be hard and I be dumb. IGN. Can't do worse than me. When I had my Xbox, I learned to connect at a mic and only use that one. You used an Xbox mic?
I can't get enough of this rare.
Right, why? Why would you even consider using an Xbox mic? How could you even think for a second that would have been okay?
They're getting worse, Miner.
They're fine. It's fine. Don't worry, Dwarf.
This will help me work harder. Go to hell.
Whoa. Never mind. Not super fine. We do need to... I think we're going to straight line it a little bit. Try to get the main dude out ahead of the crowd so we can focus him down a little better. But I think with the current asset, I think he's dead. I think he's already dead.
All tasks complete.
Ooh, okay. A little bit of a pickle here.
And ready? Get on it before it leaves.
If we're going to have to dig the edge, dig the edge. All right. I think we made it around the crowd. Beeline for the drop pod. Let's go. Maybe go for a couple of these purple EXP pellets, though.
It's calling to me.
Right, if they can't make it up the ramp, we could try to farm a little EXP off of them, but yeah, that's not going to do much.
Shut. Taking you to stage 2.
I thought Yetis made freezers.
Dibbity dip.
True.
Let me try again.
That's not the same company, right?
That's the upgrade I was looking for.
Sorry, I was about to make a joke, then I realized I don't know if that's the same company or not. Because what was it? The dishwashing?
Get it done, Miner.
The company that makes, like, dishwashers, right? No, not dishwashers. Laundry machines. Also made the rotating pieces for the fucking A10, like, machine gun, right? So I don't think the refrigerator company is the one that makes the micro... Or I guess not refrigerator, right? No, Yeti makes thermoses? I don't think the thermos company is also the microphone company. Maybe they are. Companies do be expanding like crazy, right? Dyson? God damn it, Dyson.
The swarm's heading your way. Load
I
up.
get it. You make things that rotate. Fucking chill out. The snowball is made by a company called Blue? Oh, it's called... Eric, what makes more money? Me keeping your Twitch stream open or your YouTube stream open? I don't get ads on either. Well, my YouTube isn't monetized because I don't have enough watch hours. So what I would say is, you watching on Twitch will get me more money now. However, if your watch hours lead to me becoming monetized, YouTube might make me more money. So it's I can't answer this definitively. I'm happy with wherever you want to watch me on, my guy. I die soon from Die Son. Hello, Die Son. It is me, your Die Father.
Never felt better.
Do you want a thought daughter or a Die Son?
Big swarm is approaching.
That's stupid. Why am I laughing? That's so fucking dumb.
This one's so mean.
Fuck you guys. I blame all of you for this. This is somehow all of your fault. Looks like a blue subdivision of Logitech. Oh, okay. Logitech makes perfect sense then. Alright, that's the question for you, Chad. Would you rather have a thought daughter or a Die son? If someone could think of a different tech company that we can use for thought, I would appreciate it.
Lock it in. This is gonna change everything.
It's a tough question. It is a tough question.
Yes, please.
Oh, damn. We got a fucking whirly-durly.
I killed the loot bug, and I'm not so proud about it.
Woo! That was
I'm
close.
growing stronger.
Got the crossbow. We'll add a firebolt since we're really more so looking for damage than crowd control.
Yeehaw! This is it. See you in hell. This is the smart pick. I'm growing stronger. Epic upgrade. That's a no-brainer. Bring it, Beckers!
I feel like we're not putting any crossbow bolts into this guy.
Hello and goodbye.
The bugs are getting worse. Move it.
Yeah, our big damage definitely doesn't seem to be coming out too well. Just because, like, the crowd is pretty much cleared out, but it's all the tankier elite units that are just, like, building up in number, which means we're just not having enough to cut through their health pools, but we are controlling the lesser bugs pretty easily. And I don't know how to get more target on for that guy. This is our real problem, is with the roly-poly, the way he behaves always makes it very hard to focus him. I think since the other elite is dead, maybe it'd be easier now? I really thought getting the target the highest health thing on our assault rifle would make it a lot easier for us to chew through the elites, but it's just not quite coming out that way.
Can't hang around forever, Miner.
Uh-oh, we're getting crowded. We're getting really crowded. Yeah, nah, I think the fact that they picked a fucking roly-poly might have just lost it for us, because we have no way to force on target. The roly-polies really fuck with any plan I make.
We got bugs sounding like
They're just so hard to hit. Just their behavior, the way they just do, like, random, like, rapid movement and then settle into one spot just works aggressively against how targeting in this game operates. It's literally like if you had all of the exact same stats they had, but had them on a different movement pattern, they would be infinitely easier to deal with. Just their movement pattern is so hard to work with how the guns in this game operate. I think maybe beams are okay, because then when they stop moving, you could just force beams on target and hold them there to build up status effect very aggressively.
It's the pointiest stick.
I don't know. I don't think the scout gets offered any beam weapons, unfortunately. Honestly, ironically, what I think is those vomit dudes are weakest probably for acid damage, because you can put acid damage on them, and it'll leave a pool behind, so you get to basically double hit them while they're standing still.
I want it. Feeling much better now.
But also, like, I think the big sandwich artifact. Another thing I feel like is I'm just very low on HP regen.
Seriously, like a Christmas tree. We got one crate of goodies on the way, miner.
I rarely
Okay, we'll just take the flat stat boost item.
Oh yeah.
Try to move and groove, get out of the corner. Loop they asses and figure out what to do next. Oh god. You know, these bugs are building up a lot quicker than I thought they would.
You don't see these every day.
Am I already under leveled? No, we're stage 1. I shouldn't already feel this under leveled. Oof.
This makes my whole life better. Your history.
Maybe I just can't go for the crossbow first weapon because then the crowd is a massive problem.
You shouldn't need precious minerals. They will get you killed. Swallow this.
Alright, that's all good. We've got the two chasing us. So I don't think we just line them up. I think we'll be able to just shoot the crossbow bolt just right down the middle. Unless they put one bomb bug right in front of my main path. Okay.
Die! Bring it, Feckers!
Alright, that's going okay. We're definitely going to loop back around there because there's a lot of EXP that's getting left behind us. The main downside of doing acid, even if it's the crossbow as your big weapon, is you just leave pools of damage that last hit shit and leave the EXP. Oh, never mind, we don't have to loop back. Yummy.
This works. This one looks best.
Hey, we're getting the crossbow. Did we get the fire? Yeah, let's add more dot. Let's add more dot.
Nothing wrong with a TK2. Gonna paint my nails to match. Put a bit of extra.
Maybe I should have picked up cold there. Just add a tiny bit of stun potential.
Think you could kill me? Well, think again. This works.
Let's go. Thought daughter sounds chill. You know what? That's definitely a thing. That's a funny thing from growing up. Is I do remember, and this is probably high school like guy brain, but it was very much like, I mean, you know, if I could be a thought, why wouldn't I be? If there's one thing that I wish for my child, if I have a child, whatever their desires, I wish them not to want for dick or pussy. Whatever they're into, I wish for them to have a field to choose from, an avalanche of their desires in front of them. Get all you can and give nothing back, my child. Don't you need a minimum subscriber count on YouTube to be eligible? Yeah, it's 500 subs. 3 videos in the last 3 weeks, and you know what? I could just pull it up. I can look at what the number for watch hours is. Let's see here. Do earn Monetization. To be eligible, you need 500 subscribers. You need 3 uploads in the last 90 days. And you need 3,000 valid public watch hours in the last year. You need all 3 of those, and then you can become monetized.
Dial it in.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving.
Okay.
It won't hang around.
Yoink. I'm having
A little too many level ups. I couldn't see what was happening. I missed a projectile. Let's move. Let's move.
choice. Lock it in.
That's good. That's good. Projectile. All of our weapons are projectiles, so projectile upgrades are triply efficient. Let's go. I'm drawing something Eric is gonna hate.
Work of stage 1.
It's not. You already showed me your 6-7 sketch, so it's not that,
Nothing
right?
harder, but looks fancy.
It's not your
Let's check
6-7
it out.
sketch, right?
Now this is a rare treat.
Let's hear. Eric, want to know something funny? I find it hard finding a color for you when drawing because I keep getting a literal shit color. Maybe you look like mutated, annoying orange. Do you mean like on paper or digital? Because like, I don't know, what's traditional? Because to be fair, I feel like you're traditional like skin. What, peach? What's the color people use for like skin? Because right, because I'm just very skin colored, aren't I? What is it, salmon? Is salmon right? I don't know. Tablet. Wait, yeah, if you're on tablet, can't you just copy over a picture of me and then set the RGB to be my color? Hold up, wait, if you're digitally drawing, right, can't you just pick my color? Can't you just color? Thank you, Marcia. Hi, Hyperbeam. How you doing, my guy? I'm gonna be so for real, I forgot you could do.
Show me more.
Your mission is clear.
Hey, Rye, don't worry. You're my thought. Alright, if Rye is my thought daughter, who wants to be my gay son? Oh, I'm sorry, my die son. Oh my fucking god. That's hilarious that you could be doing digital artwork and go, I just don't know how to get a color. Can't you just copy it? Oh my god. You might be right. We're doing good. We're talking about a lot of shit. I don't know if we've had really a consistent topic.
Swarm detected. Get ready.
In fact, I'd feel relatively confident saying we are just talking about nothing at this point. Gonna be honest, drawing you on paper is a nightmare because Juniper did the model, and I swear she has a personal vendetta against paper artists because she always picks colors that are awful to get on paper. Now, I'll acknowledge that. I don't know how easy it is to find, like, physical pre-existing colors for me. But I don't know. I do like little doodles of myself. I do like little cartoon versions of me. And here's one thing I'll say. For all those who are drawing me out there, my recommendation, take me down to 6 legs. Listen, I have 8 legs because tardigrades have 8 legs. It does not leave you with a lot of space, though, when you're having to actually physically draw all of my legs. I give myself 6 legs when I do a cartoon drawing of myself. Make things easier on yourselves, everybody. Cut out any details you can get away with. You know what, let's get goofy with it.
Cowabunga!
Fucking hell. I swear, they just spawned them in a circle around me right there.
Bring the pie!
I feel like she always picks those odd. Well, I mean, she is a digital artist. I think doing things digital art-wise, when you're like fully have the RGB scale available to you, just sort of leads to a little more like experimenting of just micro shifting colors around to sort of find a vibe that just sort of accidentally leads. I think I'm fucked? Yeah, damn.
Those my yearly bonus.
So what's really going wrong here? I think it might be the class I chose, honestly. Like, the scout is interesting, but their weapon choices just leaves you with, like, almost no real usable
No
variety.
elimination. Gonna see some lovely crystals today.
No, let's just go aggressively in the other direction, then. Let's just try going aggressively into just pure elemental build, no gear.
We're sending you in to
I mean, even though I'm Arrow Ace, I said if animation doesn't work out, I'm going to the streets. Let's go, Rye. Go where you belong. I didn't even realize you had 8. I just thought you need an upgrade. So technically, so if you guys want to know the real truth, I am not 100% anatomically accurate for a tardigrade. Not only do I have a mouth instead of a proboscis, but the main thing is, the fun thing about tardigrades is they actually only have 2 legs, but they have 6 arms. And you can really tell this because if you look at like actual pictures of tardigrades, you'll see the way they crawl around, and their very last set of legs is rotated 180 degrees. So you see how all of my claws point up when I have my palms facing towards you? Technically, the last legs I'm sitting on, the toes should be pointing downward. Because what tardigrades do is they wrap around something, and they use all of their front arms to push down, and their legs to push up, to lock into the thing they're on, essentially. You're also missing your fat fucking butt. Nah, I'm sitting on that thing. I gotta hide that or else y'all would get out of control.
Can't drop supplies for you yet.
But that's actually just a funny little thing, is tardigrades have an actual rotated set of limbs, which are their legs, which point in the opposite direction to everything else.
Corrosive sludge. Gross.
Yay, we got fire and sludge, my favorite setup. I do love sludge. The sludge is definitely my favorite status effect. No clue if it's even the strongest. I just love the way it works.
Swarm is approaching. LZ ready. Resupply
See
inbound.
that coming, sucker? Join this.
God damn it. I was trying to line it up, but I took a step back into a fucking elite. Took way more damage than I wanted to. Honestly, it feels like there's suddenly a lot of elites. Oh boy. Oh boy. Dig faster. Dig fast. Fuck!
Next time I'll show
God
those
damn it.
who is the boss.
Yeah, I'm so used to my gear. I'm so used to completely different dig speeds for everybody.
Let me try that again.
Let's see. I didn't even realize, yeah, she's cuckoo as a compliment. It's a creative, good way. You're also missing your fat fucking butt, freaky ass. I'd lose gallons. It's flat from sitting so much. Listen, y'all, you know why I sit? It's because my legs are wrong, right? You know, my legs are broken. They've been rotated 180 degrees from where they should be. My legs do not work like they used to.
This one looks best.
Oh my god. No, what has been the funniest thing about my character is because I have this model, right? And I put as much of it, like, I'm always like 100% on screen. Because I'm in a sitting position, it's very easy for me to kind of VeggieTales, make my sitting and standing expression basically the same, right? Like, when you see me in thumbnails, if I'm doing like the leaning to the side, it looks like I have the vibe of standing there smiling, even though I'm technically sitting. But it also means I can now use my model if there's a bench or something that the character has to be sitting on, and it gets to look the same. Basically, I get to cheat. But I never realized how I'd accidentally done that, because as I've been doing collabs, and I've asked people, hey, can I get your PNG sent over? There's 2 things people send over. And that's a PNG of their model in a position that I cannot work with at all, or just a headshot, you know, just like a portrait shot. And both of those are so frustrating. And you can, I assume you guys can tell.
I want the sludge pump.
Wait, did I get a second sludge pump? Wait, what happened there? Oh, no, I started over. Right. I got the sludge pump again, but I didn't have it yet. But you can definitely see in some thumbnails where I'm clearly doing my best to work with something. I don't know, Sammy, if you're still in chat, if you can attest to this, but when I asked people for the RV There Yet to send me over PNGs, the PNGs I got were like 2 different people sent me cut off at the shoulder PNGs, and then Gwen sent me this hyper detailed artwork piece of her character. And I'm like, I can't use any of these. For Gwen, I had to go back to my peak thumbnail that I had made, and I dug up just like this old PNG she had of her character in like a cartoony style sitting. So I could have her sitting on top of the RV, right? One of the people, Sammy, because they only give me a headshot, I figured out a way to hide most of the place that didn't exist in their photo behind a map. So I put them in a chair and had them holding a map confused in front of them, just so it would hide the fact that I only had a shoulders up headshot of them. And then the last person sent me one more shoulders up headshot. I'm like, are there any other positions I could get your model in? Like, well, I don't really got anything else, but I got this. And it was another, like, cartoony sticker photo. I'm like, I could use that. So I took their cartoony sticker photo that was, like, chest up, and I had it so most of it's going off screen, and it looks like they're holding up an RV that's, like, rolling away. And I'm like, I had to do so much fucking work. And I just really appreciate the fact that for my model, I could just put it in a sitting or standing position without any fucking editing to it whatsoever.
This one almost makes it too easy. Lock it in.
Basically what I'm saying is tardigrades are the most superior VTuber style model because they can be both sitting and standing.
Here, have a bullet in the fight. So your life
Happy you can see my
time for
scanner.
some easy
But I advise that you move, miner.
I'll take this one.
There we go. Let's melt them all.
Think you can kill me? Think again. Ooh, baby.
Ooh, you know what? I don't know how important mining speed will end up being, but it's hard to pass up a legendary. I'm done, and you were right, Eric. Alright, let me take a wild guess. Do you have it in the art channel? See art? No! Oh, but we do have our fucking in-house, oh, wait, this isn't a fucking... Wait, is this the first time Sophia's posted something that wasn't a sales pitch? That was actually kind of cute. You know, very much the traditional style, human with animal ears on it, but it's sort of cute. No, it's in the self-promo as well. Okay, never mind. For a second there, I'm like, oh shit, I think Sophia's finally just posting artwork and not trying to sell something. Hey, Sophia, hi, if you're there, we all love you. You're free to keep posting this way. I just find it very funny. Is RV good? I've seen explosions of these wacky co-op games recently. There's so many. Honestly, if you want to know a bit of the history that's been going on there, I think the rhythm of it started with Among Us. People saw how much Among Us blew up, and both people who are content creators wanted to take advantage of a game that's blowing up. People who are making games wanted to take advantage of the fact that people making content would take advantage of these games, and sort of started this collection of games I and others refer to as collab bait. And it's not like a derogatory term. It's not like saying slop or anything. It's just sort of games that are clearly made to try to bait out a collaborative play, because then it feeds into a lot of people wanting to make content on it, which causes it to blow up. And because it's blowing up, more people want to make content on it. And then because more people are making content on it, it blows up. It's basically, you know, a virtuous cycle sort of a thing. But I think Among Us started people realizing that would happen. And then it wasn't until Lethal Company, I want to say, that really game studios and content creators sort of fell into it as an official cycle. I think Among Us started the thought process. From Lethal Company onward has been sort of the standardization of how it goes, you know? And so ever since Lethal Company, like what happened after Lethal Company? You had Repo and a bunch of other like horror oriented games of people going places, scavenging things and what have you. Then recently Peak came out, and after Peak came RV. RV there yet, and those obviously have a very similar feel to them. But basically, it's a bunch of games that have been coming out to try to feed into the virtuous cycle that allows them to blow up in a very short period of time. Even if it doesn't hold on to the sticking power, it could still be very valuable both for content creators and the people who made their game, essentially. All right, yeah, it was 6-7. I knew it was 6-7. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Motherfucker. All right, Rye. All right, Rye. You want the real challenge now? Rye, you willing to take a challenge? This should be relatively easy if you're doing digital. But I got a challenge for you. Are you willing to give me... What would it be? Like 6 frames? So if you go halfway up, all the way up, halfway... No, because you could repeat that frame. So you'd want halfway right up, all the way right up. Half while left is going halfway down, all the way down. Then left halfway up, all the way up, while right is halfway down, all the way down. You want to go for the full animation option here, buddy? Obviously, you just technically only need my hands moving. So if you're able to separate the arms onto their own layers, you can probably just move them, right? It might take a little bit of minor editing. Hell, if you don't want to do it, I might take a crack at it if you don't mind, but we'll do that after stream. But it's just, it seems like such a straightforward animation. If you want to go for the real animation wild, fuck it, we ball. All right, hell yeah, Rye.
The bugs aren't appreciating your presence, miner.
Yeah, well, I'm not appreciating the bug's presence. So, you know what? How does that make you feel, Mr. Dwarf Director? Hang around these. Fuck, what?
This'll do.
I might have to get a little more straightforward damage just so we can clear out those little ones and I don't accidentally step on them.
Taking you to stage 2.
Phasmo's also there, but I feel like Phasmo didn't line up timing-wise with the rhythm. I think I would put that in the same era as Among Us. I think Phasmo and Among Us were in the period of people realizing the value of them, but I think Lethal Company and everything that's come out has sort of been the shift into following the pattern, you know?
That's the one.
So I will include Phasmo on the list, but I don't think it was... I don't think it was part of the, official standardization of the practice. I think that was with Among Us more so in the realizing how you can use it, sort of a thing.
Core of glyphids stink. And then I'm getting...
I don't know, am I even making sense the way I talk about this? I'm very much going off of vibes here. I don't know the exact timings or popularities of any of these games. I'm fully just going off of my experience, which, as we've covered, is very biased. Hell, there are times when y'all are talking about extremely popular VTubers, and we all have to acknowledge the fact that Eric has never heard of them. And we realize how actually not in the broader VTuber space I am.
Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Boy, howdy, do I know a lot about Junie and almost nothing else in the VTubing space.
Supply pod ready for inspection.
Oh, fuck. I have such a goofy-ass experience of VTubing. Holy shit. Oh, my God. No, what has been very sad for me in VTubing recently is one of the Reddits or subreddits, I want to say indie VTuber, you know what, I'm not going to get this wrong. So there's 3 subreddits I tend to post my going lives to. They are indie VTubers, VTubers, and VTuber promotions are 3 that I get away with posting to. However, VTuber promotions has changed up their system, and now every user has to request permission to be allowed to post to it. And I put a request in like 2 months ago, and I haven't gotten a yes or a no yet. So I have a sneaking suspicion there is a very specific group of VTubers, the people in charge of VTuber promotions, are allowing to... Oh, this alien girl. Oh, girl, almost all of the posts are you. Did this happen by accident, or did your friends decide you are the only one who gets to post? Oh my god, wait. I think there's 2 VTubers right now posting to VTuber promotions and nothing else. I hadn't even checked since they didn't let me post anymore. Yeah, there's this one cat girl and this one alien girl that 90% of the posts are. That's wild. That's wild. They must have been upset other people were posting there. Oh, God. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's funny to me. Give me 20 minutes. I need to sort out the cookie dough. Oh, right. Cookie dough takes aggressive precedence over me. Go handle your cookie dough. Let's see here. I'm gonna be so for real. The only popular VTuber I know is Chibidoki. That is a good one to know, though.
You got a supply pod launch. Stand clear of the impact zone.
Hat, stupid. If it looks good, it shoots clock. This bugs. This cryo cannon matches my boot.
All right, now we got a little bit of stun potential, which should be good. I don't know, when I go like full beam build, that's the only time I really like to get the cold beam, but I love to get it when I'm doing this. Just having a little bit of that stun potential, and when I can choose instead of we can double up on like beam upgrades going, that's the time that the cryo cannon feels amazing in my opinion. Especially if you're going heavy acid, because then you can stun things and force them to stand in the acid longer, and that's just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss double dipping. Double dipping your toxic slime. Ooh, I'm gonna be a little on the edge. We're gonna have to rely on our freeze, I think, to stun a path. Hell yeah. Thank you. Stunning a ow. Okay, well that sucked.
Legendary upgrade. How can we not?
Ooh, we got projectiles coming out of the crowd. That's... What? 150 damage? No! Alright, I definitely feel like this is easier for me than Scout was, but damn! One shot took out like all of my HP.
Get it done, Miner. We're all counting on you.
That fucking sucks. Alright. Armor, when you have no gear, starting to seem like a very valuable upgrade to take.
Gotta have it.
Doing already at 5 flowers, so 1 more flower will get us our golden EXP boost.
Give me that. Loot bug down.
Hey, there we go. Interesting, I haven't found any resources
Well
yet.
done. You got them all.
Just loot bugs and flowers. Oh, there's some coal. God damn.
The surface is too packed for the supply pod to land.
Alright, that crowd is already fucking crowding. Cool, we get acid again, pretty solid. Would really love to get an early legendary though. Just getting 1 extra beam on one of these weapons early would carry me so far. There's just such a massive gap when you have a 2 beam and a 1 beam. Oof. Come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Damn it.
feels like a brand new gun now. Dwarves don't
You know, there's too many fucking tanky ones in there. I'm gonna have to fully pull the crowd somewhere else.
This works.
Loop back. Alright. Alright, we're gonna loop around. Maybe we'll find some red sugar and try to make our way back. Slight side tangent. Do you know what game feature I find the coolest? The director AI that is responsible for adjusting difficulty in Left 4 Dead while the game is going on. I guess how does that one work? Because there's a lot of games that use adaptive difficulty. I think one of the more famous ones is going to be how Resident Evil works with difficulty. Because I know the way Resident Evil works, for example, is the better you're doing over time, like the more HP the zombies get and the fewer resources you run into, but the more you struggle, they'll like reduce enemy number, enemy health, increase resources you find. So there's no like difficulty setting you select, but there's like just a difficulty slider going on the whole time.
Overclock, rock, and stone.
So I don't know if Left 4 Dead works that way. Really, the main way I always engaged with Left 4 Dead, funnily enough, was the multiplayer. I did multiplayer so much more than I did campaign, and there's no difficulty slider in that. There's just gimmicks that work against people and gimmicks that don't. It's the same in Left 4 Dead? Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. So here's my one problem. Is, as you guys can see, I am a completionist, and I like being able to beat a game on its hardest difficulty. A game that automatically chooses the difficulty for me is a little frustrating, because it feels like I want to face the game on its biggest challenge. There's a reason after beating, Elden Ring a few times, when the DLC came out, I went back through it and I said, alright, I'm gonna beat it again, and I'm gonna beat every boss without any summons at all. It's just something where I just want to take it on at its hardest challenge, just to challenge myself, you know? And I like being able to choose that. I like when I'm allowed to make that decision. It's just sort of the idea of the game sort of taking that challenge choice away from me and making itself easier as I fuck up. Feels like I'm being double punished, like I'm being fucked up and I'm losing, and the game's taking pity on me. So like I 100% agree that's like one of the smoothest sort of difficulty curves you can put into a game, but it's one that personally upsets me.
What else?
It's one that I am, as a matter of taste, not a fan of.
We have quotas to fulfill.
Because it feels like now I'm losing and the game's insulting me.
Look at this plot.
Oh honey, was that too hard? Here, let me make it easier for you. Shut the fuck up. It's a stupid game. You don't have any free will. Fuck off. Don't you tell me what's too hard. I'll tell you I'm too hard. Wait. Wait. Scratch that. See what you're doing to me, Marcio? You're gonna get me in trouble.
Eric, I just sent an actually good game to you.
What do you do? Hyperbeam, I haven't had a chance to play the last game you sent. Calm, my guy. Oh shit, Gun? Fuck, I've actually talked about Gun before. No, Gun was the game that I rented the most from Blockbuster. For those who want to know how old fucking Gun is. Gun has gotta be probably my favorite goddamn Western game, including the Red Dead Redemption games. Now, it's very old, so it's not as, like, actually feature-rich or anything as, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 and what have you, but god, for its time especially, an amazing game. Oh, I'm at 2 HP.
Landing zone ready. Impact imminent.
Should've worn a hard hat. Stupid.
Can I get something for healing? No. Okay.
This'll do.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry, Hyper Beam Frog. I played through Gun multiple times and I fucking loved it. I can't wait for an opportunity to play through it again and be like, this game was shit. That's the real fear, isn't it? A game you remember loving from your childhood, going back in and being like, oh no, it was awful. Oh god. I think the penny sequence was the first time I was actually fucking taken off guard by a video game. Right, Penny? Is her name? Or was it Peggy? Oh god, I don't remember. Oh well. And as a completionist, Hyperbeam, I think you can imagine why I loved Gun. Gun has so many fucking side quests you can do in it. Beautiful, all of them.
I rarely go for this one.
I didn't get you, Gun. I got you a different game. Wait, I just looked at notifications. What? Was it different? Is he Bum Simulator King of the Bridge? Oh, wait, I didn't even get Gun. Why was Gun in my notifications? Oh, it's on sale. Oh, okay. Understood now. Richard, shouldn't you be focusing on work? Get out of here. Stop gifting me subs and go to work. Why are you gifting me subs? Weren't you just talking about it? Your income's getting cut this month?
You shouldn't need precious minerals.
Now listen, there are no refunds here, but I'm very unhappy. King of the Bridge is a really good game. Oh, well, what kind of game is it? What's its mechanics? Sorry, I'm running from the bugs at 25 HP, so I do not feel confident to stop and look. I'm pretty sure he's subbing himself. Yeah, and he doesn't have to sub himself. He should do what all of you do, and bemoan not being subbed until someone else in chat breaks and gets you a sub. If for no other reason but to get you to show.
You've achieved your objective in a record time.
Was there a bug hidden behind the wall? Oh, I'm so angry.
Oh yeah.
I got a little bit of red sugar in us.
One down. Side creek.
Oh god, roly poly might clip me here. Alright, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
My scanner is overloading, Miner. Get a move on.
The legend. I knew today was gonna be good.
God, I really need an extra beam on my goddamn toxic vile spewer.
Suck on this, you freaking nature.
Alright, we'll grab cryo cannon, just to add a little bit of movement control.
Running out of bugs. More are on the way.
Oof, fuck. Ooh, I'm cornered. Oh, I might lose here. Alright, nope, we got a stun path out. Alright, we can loop, we can loop. Oh, threat level 2 is a bit of a problem.
Give it to me.
Legendary.
Overclock
Alright,
session.
that'll give us a little more damage output, but
The bugs are getting worse. Move it.
You shouldn't need precious minerals. It will get you killed.
fucking hell. What am I doing wrong? Moose stew good. Moose is without a doubt my favorite meat. Eric, if you play Gun on stream, that would be such a nostalgic stream. Yeah, but I'd be scared that it would turn out to be shit. That's the serious fear. When did Gun come out? No, I need you guys to understand why I'm scared of this game being shit. Let's see here. Gun release date. It was released in 2005. 20 years ago. November 8th, 2005. It is 20 years old this month. Oh my god. Fuck. No, wait. I played on the Xbox version, which released on November 22nd, tomorrow. Okay. Fuck, I'm so scared. The graphics, let me just look at an image real quick. Oh no, it's PlayStation 2 graphics. Oh man. What do you mean can almost drink? It can drink, but 22? Homie. I'm finished with work. I'm now going to the store to buy pasta ingredients. Nostalgia reside. I remember watching a video talking about how it was good. Fuck. Fuck. Alright, 1 second. Let me take a look. You know what? Now I'm really curious about something. I just want to... What studio? What? Neversoft? Holy shit. They have Gun and Arc Recode. Ain't no way Neversoft's only made 2 games. That doesn't sound right. Let's hear. Neversoft Studios. Sorry, their name is just very funny. Yeah, they're the eyeball that stabbed, and then the fucking... Oh, they only have 2 games on Steam. Crazy. So what have you bitches made? Skeleton Warriors, Apocalypse, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Spider-Man, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, 3, 4, Tony Hawk Underground, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, Gun, Tony Hawk Project 8, Tony Hawk Proving Grounds, Guitar Hero 3, Guitar Hero Aerosmith, Guitar Hero World Tour, Guitar Hero Metallica, Guitar Hero 5, Band Hero, and Guitar Hero... So, if we take out all the Guitar Hero games and all of the Tony Hawk games, they made Skeleton Warriors for the Sega, Apocalypse for the PlayStation, Spider-Man for Nintendo 64, and Gun. What is this fucking studio? What is this fucking studio? Oh my god. In 2006, Activision acquired Guitar Hero series from Harmonix and chose Neversoft as their developers. Oh, here we go. Neversoft was officially made defunct on July 10th, 2014, 20 years to the day of its founding, with the remaining employees attending a burning of a sculpture of the skewed eyeball from their logo. It was part of their offices before. Oh, damn. It is reported that Neversoft has been merged with the Call of Duty creators in Infinity Ward to create what was internally referred to as a super studio. Sad. Sad story. Rip to being Neversoft.
We're sending you in to take out a dreadnought. Get it done, Miner.
They said 2005? Yeah, and it's 2020. Oh shit, no, you right.
Precious mineral. It will get you killed.
No, you right.
Loot bug looted. Hell yeah.
Oh shit. That's why the name sounded familiar. Yeah, they made half of the Guitar Hero games and all of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. And a Western adventure game. They made Guitar Hero 3 and onward. They made all of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. And they made an RPG Western cowboy game. What's so hard to follow, guys? What's confusing about that? Listen, they started making games for the Nintendo 64. They got into making skater games. Then they made a cowboy game. Then they did nothing but Guitar Hero. That's how all game studios work. Then they were merged with the Call of Duty people. What? What's so weird about that? Name one thing weird about that.
Approaching.
Smart pick. I found a gold claim.
Lord, that's honestly funny. Like, I'm real sad that that happened to their studio, but god damn it is funny to learn that one of my favorite fucking, like, adventure games I've ever played was made by a studio that all their other games are Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk Pro Skater. There's something so fucking goofy about that, and I absolutely love it.
Supply pod inbound.
Heads up.
Lord, I can't even think of what would be a great comparison.
I'm raring to try this out. Overclock says it's time to kill.
I can't even imagine. What, it'd be like if the people who made all the goddamn FIFA games had one, like, almost... Wait, no, I got it. Could y'all imagine, for me, this is like learning that the team that made Silk Song was the same studio that made, like, all of the Madden NFL games.
Everything.
Like, if you guys could imagine for a second, if the studio that made Madden NFL also made...
Go to hell.
And it's just like, it's all Madden NFL.
You disgusting
Then they just have two of the world's greatest platformers. And then only NFL from that point onward. And it's just like, what the fuck happened here? No, someone explain to me what the fuck happened here. How did you make only NFL games, then the greatest platformer of all time, and then just go back to making NFL games? Oh my god, that would be funny. Double riff if they're the COD games, I know. Merge this dick. Ooh. Do you mean Telltale? What?
I just became a better.
I don't think I mentioned anything about Telltale. Did I say Telltale?
This will help me work harder. Die!
I'm just saying, that it was just like, Silk Song's just like the first game I could think of that just feels like an indie, amazing, like, love and care game to be made that came out recently. And it's just like, if you learn that that game was actually made by, like, the NFL, like, the NFL game people, it was like, why? How did this happen? Why? That's what me learning that the Tony Hawk Pro Skater and Guitar Hero people made Gun feels like.
All tasks complete.
Just feels completely out of pocket and confusing.
Get on it before it
I
leaves.
rarely pick one of these.
Hi, little pink. How about this? A beloved racing game called Rock and Roll Racing. The early consoles was made by Silicon and Synapsys, later renamed to Blizzard Entertainment. I think looking at any game studio's full history is always going to be very funny. Naughty Dog made Crash Bandicoot and the Spyro games, then pivoted to Uncharted. Yeah, but you don't get, no, you see, you're just missing, because you're just saying a game pivot. What I mean is, it's just because specifically it's Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk Pro Skater, which are just like those, like, yearly release, like, straightforward, you know, they're like that style thing. It's specifically that. It is like, they have one or two, like, really big adventure games, then everything else is like by the numbers, just production numbers, you know? That's just what's catching me off guard. Yeah, if EA Sports team also had Silk Song, where you're just like, what? How do you go from only making EA Sports games to making Silksong back to making EA Sports? That doesn't make sense. The one that hit me specifically was Rogue Legacy, was made by Cellar Door, which also basically made all of my favorite Flash games. Alright, no, if you got, like, a team that, like, was putting out Flash games, like on Crazy Monkey games or Armor games, that's probably also another big fucking what the fuck is happening sort of moment.
Resupply prepared. Clear the landing zone of obstacles.
You probably know Naughty Dog by their yearly release, The Last of Us 2. No, like, imagine if the people who made Skyrim... Sorry, I was about to make a yearly release joke. Who made Skyrim had a history of making other adventure games. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Exemplary work. You achieved your objective in a record time.
No, you guys only make Skyrim. Stop pretending. Come on. There he is. I was sad. I was thinking I might not get my slime fucking gun. Eric, I need a new topic for a video. Inspire me. The history of Neversoft.
Impact zone.
Hell yes.
What are you feeling? You just want to do like a breakdown of a game?
Be with you shortly.
Alright, Richard. Name for me the top 3 video games you rented from Blockbuster. Let's make a new series, My Blockbuster Recommendations, where Richard goes down the list of the most nostalgic games he remembers renting from Blockbuster specifically. Do you feel old yet?
Shoot it in the face.
Kind of miss how janky Morrowind was. Technically, I've never played Morrowind. I started on
Gorgeous gun.
Oblivion, and Oblivion was amazing for a kid's first, like, RPG adventure game to run into. The reason I say technically I never played Morrowind is I had a 2-hour test pass on a console version, I think, of Morrowind?
Hell
Yeah, because it was an Elder Scrolls game, and it was the one before Oblivion. But really all it was load up the game, go through the tutorial, and that's it. For some reason, the backwards compatibility team was like, was very sure that no one would notice a few bugs in that game. I can't imagine why.
dogs don't die.
I just love the idea of other game studios being like, dude, it's a Bethesda game, we're not gonna bug check this shit. We'll be here all fucking year. Listen, if they're not gonna bug test their games, we're not gonna bug test their games.
Bring the pie.
Harvest Moon 64, Spider-Man 64, Mario Party 2. Damn. Well, does any of those games have some interesting shit going on about them? Well, we've learned Spider-Man's very interesting. Listen, if you want to start talking about Spider-Man and turn that into a big video just talking about Neversoft Studios, I feel like, as I pointed out, there's some wild shit you could learn about Neversoft.
Mind if I do?
And it gives you an excuse to keep saying the phrase Neversoft over and over again. You could use the clip from My Secret Girlfriend where they're talking about a porn artist. He's never soft. Look, he's never ever soft. What was that guy's name? It was like Mike Neversoft.
You move, miner.
Oof. Starting to struggle a little bit. Luckily, I did get the level up healing thing.
Pick one of these.
For all beams, so beam damage is great, but I gotta lay it on to... Yeah, I just realized one of the elites is a fucking tank. Oof. Luckily, we have the microwave, which is really good for putting a lot of stacks of dot onto a single target, but Even with that, this tank might be a little hard to chew through since I was just chatting with you guys and not paying attention to the state of the game. Oof, barely kept ahead of him. Right, he is taking some massive chunks from the burn.
Threat level keeps increasing. You need to work faster.
Alright, I think we're good. I think we make it through this one.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around.
Oh yeah, I think we're solid. We're solid. We're solid for this stage. I'm a little nervous about stage 3 now, considering how rough it was killing the bosses there, but I think once I actually focused on them, once I stopped chatting with you assholes, and actually paid attention to the game. Could also do a video on how Harvest Moon IP got all fucky and tainted due to being bought out. Okay, you know what? I want to look at this history, because I do have a favorite Harvest Moon game, Richard. I'm going to see if I'm about to argue with you. Because if it turns out your opinion of it getting fucky happened before my favorite Harvest Moon game, I'm going to be sad. So let's see here. Harvest Moon video game. Let's see here. What's its history? Can I get a list of all the Harvest Moon games? Let's see here. All Harvest Moon games. Here we go. So we'll include the developer, because that'll be important for me telling this. Let's see here. This is SNES, Game Boy, Color. Let's see here. Released for Super Nintendo's. Released by... Okay, Natsumi. So Harvest Moon was released by Natsumi. Harvest Moon GB. Oh, that was just for the Game Boy. Harvest Moon Back to Nature. First title to be released on the PlayStation. God, yeah, they're not listing the studios easily for me to tell. But I'll look for Magical Melody. Seeds of Memory, Little Farmers, Light of Hope, Sweet Home. Wait, where's Magical Melody? Oh no! Alright. Harvest Moon, Magical Melody. Happiness. Social simulation game for the GameCube developed by Marvelous Interactive. What have you fuckers made? Show me your games. So they started... Is this going old to new? New to old? These release dates are all out of order. Fuck Wikipedia. God damn it. I can also do a video. Let's see here. Intelligent System is pretty wild one. About as wild as they get for Nintendo second-party developers. Most famous for their turn-based tactical RPGs, their first few Paper Mario games. They also made some Mario Kart Super Circuit. Harvest Moon changed to Story of Seasons at some point. That was the actual name in the series of Japan. Okay. Magical Melody is in the good era. All right, then, Richard. I have no arguments with what you're saying, then. You may proceed with your Harvest Moon over time got worst fucking opinion, then. As long as Magical Melody falls on the good side of that history, I will have no arguments. For anybody who is an absolute completionist like me, and you think you might like a Harvest Moon game, Magical Melody was made for completionists. I don't even think normal Harvest Moon fans would actually like it all that much. That is the first game which its mechanic is get all of the achievements. And boy, howdy, am I a fan of it for that. For those who want the premise of the game, there's like a fairy or a fae thing that's petrified, and to free her, you have to collect all of the magical notes to the song that frees her. And every thing you do earns you a note. The first time you successfully grow a plant, that'll earn you one of the many notes you need. The first time you sell a plant for a profit, that'll earn you a note. The first time you light a bonfire, the first time you stay up for 24 hours in game, the first time, and so on and so forth. The literal mechanic of the game is earn all the achievements, and peak game design. Ain't no game design better than earn all the achievements.
Landing zone ready. Impact imminent.
Nice. I'm having epic vision.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
It's mine.
Ooh. Oh no, that'll get me cornered. I gotta dig north. Thank you, bombs. Ooh, I'm still a little hemmed in over here. We're gonna have to find some way to break out. I don't want to dig near these claws, though. Alright, no, we got through the claws. That's gonna put me at the top. Fuck. I'm in the corner. Gotta break out of the corner. Alright, we busted out. We're good. So what's going on? Game looks a major dip around the Nintendo DS era. Okay. Sending now, it's very cursed, though my first time tweening. Hey, that's no Right. Oh my god, right, that is beautiful. Can I download this as a GIF, or what I need? Is there a way for me to... I'm only seeing save image. What if I open link? Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Holy shit. I gotta figure out a way if I could save this as a GIF. Can I save image as .gif? Hold on. Oh, I could save it as a .gif. Okay, wait, this might work. This might work. Oh my god. Rye, I fucking love you. Oh my god. Okay. Pictures. 6, 7. Sorry, I was just posting something to Twitter. Don't mind me. Alright, is the ad break almost over? Oh my god. Hey, Rye, welcome back from the ad break. So I'm letting you know, I fucking love it. And, I posted it to Twitter. That is fucking beautiful, my guy. Thank you so fucking much. I don't know why you allow me to make these requests. You really shouldn't. But it's absolutely gorgeous. Holy shit, dude. I'm sorry the frame rate got changed, but I think it's just doing, like, I think that's just like a default thing for .gifs on Discord where they just set it to like 1 frame per something. So like you'd probably have to double up frames if it's going too fast, but I think it's beautiful. Oh, we got a legendary, more beams, hell yeah. And it was on the goo. Alright, these rocket shoes are very funny. I don't know if they're actually helping, but they are hilarious.
Bloody hell, you're hot to kill.
We gotta focus down the enemies, damage or lifetime. Well, we'll do damage. Really would have preferred like a big potency boost for that, but damage is fine.
I'll take this one.
Reload sounds good for the microwave. It is a very slow reload. Get damage on, maybe get the slasher dead, then we can play a little ballsier around the tank. Yeah, there we go. We'll just leave the microwave on him like 100%.
Level increased.
That should build like our number of stacks up almost infinitely over time. Yeah, I think he's taking over 1,000 damage per fire tick now.
There are too many to count. Get it done, Miner.
There we go.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived.
Alright, we're doing good, but that was only stage 3, has me a little nervous. Still, we got through it. We got through it. I made 60 FPS. Apparently GIFs don't count on the held frames, because that's what it looks like when I don't hold them. To be fair, I was a kid that got asked to draw people in secondary, even though I was so ass then. I don't know. I just fucking, I'm always tickled whenever I see anything like this. And it was just one of those things, just because I've done, like, right, I don't know if you remember any of my shorts where I was doing, like, the just little frames, you know, where it was like me telling a cartoon story. So they weren't like actually animated, you know, but there was like my fucking power outage story or a few others where I just did a bunch of drawings, you know. It was just like in that mindset, you could definitely see which things are really easy to apply a quick animation thing to. And it was just looking at the picture for the 6-7, I'm just like, all you need to do is get like 3 frames of it moving up and down, and it's just the easiest animation ever. And I think it looks flawless, my guy. Amazing work. Especially for your first time doing tweening. What was it? When I was doing game design in college, I took one art class. That was like kind of this idea of character design. And at one point, we were doing a quick animation thing, and I think I got the professor upset with me, because what we were doing is basically doing an animation of a ball rolling down a hill and then bouncing, and we had to do like a whole animation sequence for it, you know? And because we were doing a ball, I was just using the geometry tools, so I set the exact size of the ball, and then I just saved that size. So anytime I needed the ball to return to like its default status, I could just use the circle tool and input the radius to get it automatically. And then when I would squash or stretch, I could just go into the numbers and edit the numbers. While everybody was like hand drawing and hand animating, I was animating by math. I'm like, alright, so it's coming in, it's picking up speed, it's stretching, we'll have the stretch be increase the radius along this axis by this % to show that its speed is at this amount. When it squashes, I want it to squash down to half size, so we'll reduce the Y radius by this amount. And it was just something where it was like, I was fully following it, but it was just because I didn't draw a single thing. I was just using the geometry tools. I'm pretty sure a few people were a little upset with me. I did a funny thing when I drew my persona where I did flying Wingusu? What?
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
I have no clue what that means.
That hit the spot.
But I don't know, I found that, you know, very interesting. That's where I kind of technically learned to do any type of animation. And so in my head, I'm like, yeah, you know, you just split the arms off into their own layer and you just treat them like an object. You don't redraw shit. Why would you redraw things? You might draw them wrong. Just make everything a set object and change the map.
That will teach you.
That's how art works. I think that's why I like Photoshop and I don't like drawing. Oof, I'm in trouble. I think I might be fucked. Yeah. No, there was no way out. Oh my god, I hate that. Oh my god.
One more time.
Alright, we'll take another run at it. Fucking hell.
We're sending you in to take out a dreadnought. Get it done, Miner. We're all counting on you.
Yeah, so I'm definitely getting crowded out. I don't know, is that just my damage isn't high enough? Do I need to mix in a non-beam weapon?
Loot bug open.
What's being the real problem? I'm really trying to think.
This one.
Do I get offered the crossbow? Because maybe if I mix in the crossbow instead of one of my beam weapons, maybe that'll fill in a gap for me? I don't know. Because at the end there, I was just surrounded, and I had no way of, like, fully escaping the situation. The beams don't give you a way to, like, cut a path out. It's really just all dependent on dot damage.
Too much crap in the way. Supplies can't land. Clear it out.
Maybe I needed to focus my overclocks a little more. I think everything was, like, at overclock 2 or 3, and I had nothing that went all the way to the top yet. So I had none of the really wild, like how the flamethrower can get to the point where it just leaves pools of fire behind. Is really awesome. Or getting the 3 extra beams on the slime weapon. I think I was pretty much dividing things up a lot.
I want the sludge pump.
Sludge pump.
Big swarm detected.
You just gotta lock in. Well, it's more so I'm trying to figure out where the build is going wrong. Because there's only so much you could do when you lock in if you're gonna be fully surrounded with no way to kill things. Like here. Like...
This is the smart pig.
only so much I could do there.
Dial it in.
Nicely done. Supplies inbound.
Nice shot.
Oh, you know, mine axe stender's an interesting early grab. Let's go more EXP focus, maybe.
Nice. I'll take it.
Alright, so we can carve massive paths through things now with the axe stender. So going forward, scanners will be good since we just instantly do a lot of mining. We can get a lot of value out of any scanner artifact.
Completed. Excellent job.
Alright, what do we got? We've got a slasher, and I feel like I hear vomiting, so I'm afraid we might have started stage 1 with a roly-poly.
Power up my kin courses through me.
No, that was me. We've got a tank and a slasher. Alright. Alright. Still a little problematic since getting out early damage is a bit hard for me.
I can't get
We'll
enough of
probably
this
be
rare stuff.
okay.
Got it right between the eyes. Yeah. I'll take this one.
And, ooh, magnet. Hell yeah.
Time to do it the old-fashioned way.
That will do the reload and damage. Hey, early extra beams. Let's go.
Today was
Threat level increasing.
Status effect damage sounds solid for us, especially.
here. Have a bullet in the
Ooh, 50%. Alright, we're getting quite a few legendary upgrades this time, which is nice. Even more beams. Alright, we've gotten some really good early upgrades. Didn't like our early bosses, obviously. Like, I don't think we're going to get any of the chests out of these two, but those are some clutch legendaries to pull right at the beginning.
I'm a new dwarf.
This is growing out of hand. Get it done,
I'm
miner.
a bullet in the fucking...
You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's grab the crossbow. Everything else will be beams. Our cold, fire, and acid, so we're pretty across the board. We'll just grab this crossbow to try to add in just that little bit of punch damage. Okay. Now, obviously, still very throwable, but I think this has been our best stage 1 so far. I think this has been absolutely our best stage 1 so far. I just sent it, the thing I don't understand. Alright, I'll take a look at what it is. Oh. Yeah, having multiple layers on artwork is always great. I'm always a fan. Right, so we do. Range sounds good.
Options. Nice. Oh, nope. Try again. Show me
One
more.
gold upgrade.
It's
There
a
we
little
go.
extra
Those are a good
special.
couple upgrades to buy.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Let's see, how are we doing? So we've got 3 slimes, we picked up the crossbow, we have frost on hand, fire's doing okay. Its legendary was damage, so if we can lean our flamethrower away from potency towards damage, we can consider the flamethrower then our crowd clear, I guess? No, our focus damage. We can consider the crossbow our punch, and with acid's coverage, we'll need more reload to get it up often. But it's going to just coat the area. I think, yeah, I think acid will be our, like, crowd clear. And we'll just let frost sort of exist as a way to give us stun paths out of dangerous locations. Ouch.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
And Axe Stender, I think, was actually a shockingly good grab. Now, I might have preferred the artifact that's like all the potency and status effect damage spike, but
My pick.
Axe Stender do be fun.
I got it in the mouth.
Good, we'll go after the Hoolie, I think after we get this drop pod. And it should be, if we can get a frost stun off on him, I think we'll be able to take him out wherever he is. Now that's fun. But no, I'm gonna go for the XP scanner. Because we have the Axe Stender, I think the scanners are gonna be like some of our best options for artifacts. Yeah, because now with that, we could just fucking clear cut for EXP.
Dial it in.
Okay, we got a stun off. Ah, but no, he ran right away.
We got it.
Gonna have to grab and move. Ooh, okay, there's the potency status. Alright. Alright. We're gonna have to dig back. Okay, then run out of the corner.
Boom, baby.
Alright, burrow through, and we are no longer trapped. Hell yeah, I got the Hoolie. We took a little more damage than I would have wanted. But we did escape, and we got everything. And the thing we got out of the Hoolie was the pure status effect artifact, which is beautiful.
Loot box down. Ah!
Alright, some more red. Ooh, double red sugar. That'll be good. That should get us back to full. Ooh, shit, we've already got the elites coming.
Oh, I got it. Tough choice.
Hey, yeah, we'll add some burn to our frost. Give it just a bit more value. Let's move, let's move. Cookies aren't done yet, but checked on them. And they're looking like them baby biscuits when the cookies don't have chocolate. Want to know something funny, Eric? I didn't do GSCE or GCSE art in secondary because I had next level beef with the art teacher because he was the anything that isn't realism isn't art teacher. Ah, a classic.
Sorry, bloody hell, your own fault.
This is not. What is it? This is not a pipe. Is that the classic image?
This one. Roll back the hell. Give it to me. I'll take it. This one almost makes it too easy. I'm raring to try this out. That's the one.
Hi, son. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about what is or isn't art.
Swallow this.
And let me tell you, as with many things, the discussion of whether something is or isn't an art, is or isn't a video game, is or isn't a chair, is never as horrifying of a prospect as the argument about the argument.
Boom, baby.
Gotta love any sort of meta discussion about categorization, don't ya? Our urge to categorize is the real original sin that humanity will be paying for forever. What is it? Humans aren't rational creatures. We're rationalizing creatures. We make choices, and then after we've made the choice, we will then decide why that was the most rational thing to do.
I can use this.
I should have gone for the overclock. I was really excited to get more acid upgrades.
Time's running out, my
Honestly, didn't register that it was the overclock until I clicked.
Time is not great.
Yeah, please sit in my acid. Thank you.
quota satisfied.
We gotta go north. We can cut through. Alright, I think we have a stun path we can just follow. Extra beam sounds great. We can bail. Alright, I'm gonna say this is feeling better than the last runs have been up to this stage.
Come and get me, you disgusting bug.
So I do think we're doing pretty good. I do think we are going ahead, and I think the crossbow is doing a lot of work for us. I heard that art is expressive. Art is expressive.
Let's shake it up. This is my pick.
Take care, Richard. Enjoy dinner.
Get it done, miner.
Oh god, no, what is it? The IKEA argument is something else I had to learn in school, which is about how do you define a chair? How do you define what a chair is that encompasses all chairs, while at the same time not including anything that isn't a chair? Categorizing things is technically impossible. All things will have edge cases, all things will be able to, because the moment you set the rules, we now know the minimum things we have to do to challenge it. I wish I could remember. I know it was in reference to pornography. There is also like a very famous US Supreme Court reference to this, where it was the idea of a Supreme Court member saying, you know it when you see it, and that being the argument. Which is a very interesting way to try and categorize something.
Can't land the supply pod.
Which obviously, like, runs into a whole plethora of issues. Wish I could remember, like, which fucking one said it and what exactly the case was. Again, I know it's fully in reference to prawn, but that was an argument that was actually, like, made by the Supreme Court at one point. Is how they can know when they aren't allowed to ban something as being too adult, is that you can tell something is adult material because you can tell it when you see it. Which is a very interesting standard to set. And it's clearly just because if you ever tried to categorize what does or doesn't cross the threshold, you're gonna run into the female presenting nipple problem. Is AI slop art? Yes. Is it shit? Now, you can argue on whether or not it's art. Like, for example, is a flower art? You could definitely say there's artistic value to it. There's something pretty, there's something expressive, but maybe not being expressed by it, you know? Oh, I'm fucked. Yeah, no, what? Holy shit. No, just instantly, they spawned bugs and I was fully encased in them and I had no way out.
Let me try that again.
I don't even know what I do in that situation. No, y'all saw that, right? I was literally just spawn ringed by bombs that were like at my beam distance. I don't know what I can do in a situation where that spawn happens.
I'll take this one.
Like, am I crazy? That seemed like an inescapable spawn. Is it because I mined up too much rock? There was nothing to keep them from spawning just in a perfect circle around me? Like, the spawn system doesn't work off of the presumption that there will be objects in the way to prevent you from being surrounded, right?
I want the big ice gun.
Do I gotta focus a little more on my ice gun, maybe? Because, like, obviously if you can stun a path through them, you can escape the circle. So maybe that's just what I have to do. I have to focus a little harder onto getting the ice gun up a few levels. Try to get it to, like, its second overclock. So that way I can actually use it to try to create escape routes. Because if the game is actually going to ring me in spawns, then I can't just depend on being able to kill things. They'll just be literally spawn camped at some point.
This one shoots me best.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Okay, so if you're gonna ask if something is art, you need to like get into like some of the basic problems with ever trying to categorize things in that way. The problem with defining whether or not something like AI art being art is you have to come up with a conclusion on whether something like just produced by happenstance is art. And that comes down to, because you're the one who said that art is expression, right? So if art is supposed to be expressing something, whether it's an idea, an emotion, if art requires, like, planning, like you have to decide to make it in order to express something. Now, it doesn't have to be expressing a specific thing. It can be, I wanted to express my emotion at this time. Like, you can look at Jackson Pollock paintings, for example. What famously happened with Jackson Pollock is he made his splatter paintings, you know? And they got so famous that actually a film crew wanted to come out and film him doing it, just so people could, like, see his process. And then immediately after that documentary happened, he stopped painting, and he never painted again. He said, after the film crew was there, and I started thinking about where I would put the paint, I just was never able to recapture that feeling again. So there was obviously something with him that he was expressing there, but something that once he got in his head, he could no longer really express. So if you believe art has to be something that's done intentionally, not like every stroke doesn't have to be intentional, like for Jackson Pollock, it wasn't every speckle being intentional. The moment he tried to make it intentional, he couldn't do it anymore. But he began the process with an intention, a thing he was trying to capture. Then I would say, in a way, the thing produced by AI art wouldn't be that. You could say, for example, the prompt someone writes to create the AI art would be. That is them trying to express themselves. So the prompt in that case would be more valid artwork than whatever the machine has produced in response to that prompt. You might also make the argument that if you have an AI produce like 1,000 versions of something from a prompt, and then you go through them until you find something that is expressing what you wanted to express, that could also be an argument for it being art. But again, it's not literally what is being produced. The paint stroke isn't the art, it is the intention behind it, it is the selection of it, it is the expression that it captures. So it depends on what you say is the AI art. It could be it is art, or it could be, no, it is a paintbrush, you know? Well, that went better.
This one's so
Drop
mean.
pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out.
treat.
The drop pod is not going to hang around.
Clocking it to 11.
Now, very unfortunate, we didn't get any legendaries our stage 1 this time.
My very own crossbow. Just working.
Eric, that is just a spiral. The flower can be argued to be an expression of evolution, but again, evolution isn't intentional.
Go for this one.
So what I'm saying is, if you believe art is an expression is something that is made intentionally. Every part of it doesn't have to have an exact intention, but its production should be done intentionally. Work in the world of years of competition with other things that evolved and interacted to be the very beginning of life, the random crap forming life from atoms clashing. Again, now, I'm not saying there isn't beauty, there isn't something interesting, there isn't some idea there. What I'm saying is, if you make the argument that art is expression, an intentional expression, then that precludes some things that people do consider art. Because that's why I brought up flowers. Because many people bring up the beauty of nature as being a type of artwork. But that artwork would then be not in a line with an argument that artwork is expression. Because the sun rising isn't trying to express something, but it is beautiful. And it causes something to be expressed in you. My argument isn't whether nature is or isn't art. My argument is that if you believe art is an expression of something, then nature would not be art. Yeah, the answer is there is no answer? Yeah, no, I agree. I'm sorry, son. Maybe you didn't hear me when I first said there's nothing worse of the only thing worse than the argument about whether something is art is the argument about whether or not something is art. And the original sin of humanity is our urge to categorize things, and we will pay for it forever. 100%, yeah, there is no concrete answer, and you cannot categorize things. But there is some value to be gained to actually examine what you think or believe. Because I think people do have opinions on whether or not nature is art, and whether or not art requires expression. It's just an interesting thing to examine what must be precluded by those opinions.
This one looks best.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Feeling much better now.
I got here at the end, Eric. I didn't hear that part. Why would you ever presume, having watched me before, that my opinion is that there is a single and exact definition of things? I like to be right. I would never fucking catch myself in that doomed box.
Power of my kin courses through me.
The best way to be right is to be as flexible as possible.
Never felt better. Yeah.
Supply pod imminent.
I only feel stronger. Hello and goodbye. Yes, please.
Alright, more ice beams is nice. That gives me a lot more path control.
Hello
Now, what I do think is true is there is an argument that depending on how wide you make the definition, there is a point where it's pointless to call things art. Like, perhaps we don't have a word for it, but let's say you prescribe to the idea that art is exclusively an expression, meaning there has to be an intentionality behind it, something that you are trying to express. Now, that thing could be as vague as an emotion, a feeling, it could be as specific as an exact idea or anything, but then you would have to say, you know, then nature's not included. Now, some people might say, no, nature is art, but perhaps then we simply need a word for what that specific thing you're trying to define is. Because I would definitely say we don't have a word for that. There is something about that definition of a thing crafted from trying to express something intentionally. I think we all agree that is something, and we use the word art to describe it, but we also use the word art to describe other things. So it could be there's a word we're missing, a word we would love to use for that thing that we use art for. Now at that point we're arguing semantics, which thing should have claim to which word exactly, but could be more productive if you move in that direction.
Just what I needed. This one almost makes it too easy.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be
Yes, if
mined.
I was to give my opinion, I feel like we need more words to describe things in the art realm. I want a word for a thing crafted with intentionality to express something. I want a word for a thing that is produced randomly, without any intention, that is beautiful to look at. Now, here's a good question. If we're talking about randomness in that way, then does the sunrise, as a part of nature, fall under that definition? The sunrise is most certainly not random itself, but obviously the exact chemical makeup of the horizon that the sunrise is rising over is fundamentally random from the perspective of humans, right? So the exact colors and shades and brightness and reflectivity of that image of the sunrise is in a way random, but the fact that it'll happen isn't.
The supply pod LZ is blocked. Please clear it out.
So what is the difference between random beauty and an intentional expression? Interesting. Very interesting.
Supply pod cleared. Impact.
Oh my fuck! There were so many fucking particle effects happening right there. I missed a projectile coming through. I hate this. I hate this. I was not expecting this to be this hard. The going for difficulty 5 with 0 gear.
Remember, you're on your own this time.
I legitimately thought this would be easier than the weapon mastery runs have been. Now maybe it's in a line, because we have been struggling lately with a lot of the weapon masteries, but just I thought I'm gonna have total freedom to act on what upgrades I want. And this will be easy, but no. The stat difference hurts.
I die a little inside every time.
What really sucks is I have beaten it. I beat difficulty 5 without gear back when they didn't have gear in the game. But that doesn't count. You think we don't have answers to questions? No, I don't know if we don't have the answer. You can decide on whatever answer you want, can't you? Aren't you the one who said it was subjective?
Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed.
I'm saying we don't have enough words.
It's the pointiest pick.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time.
This.
Perhaps what is the answer you feel you are missing? What would be a question answered that you would find very helpful for defining what is or isn't art?
Yeah.
Big swarm detected. LC prepped. Supply pod incoming.
Heads up.
Hey, alright, that's a good early grab. The potency and stats affect damage one.
Yes, please.
Let's go. Fuck, this is the corner, isn't it? Yeah, it's a corner. Oh god, once you're in the corner, it's so hard to get out of it.
It's mine. Overclock, rock, and stone. There is more over here. I got it.
I'm surprised. No, I'm sorry. I checked my viewer count just now. I'm surprised so many of you have stuck it out through this fucking meta discussion. I figured everybody hated meta discussions. Meta discussions are the most unproductive discussions that exist. No one has ever come to a real answer trying to ask the question, what is or isn't art? What is or isn't a game?
This is perfect for my build.
What is or isn't a chair? Now, admittably, I find it fun. I do enjoy those discussions. They're certainly exciting and interesting, but more so as like a linguistic puzzle than as an actual pursuit of knowledge.
Alien scum. Die!
The very fact that life happened and we got to the point of talking about this, meaning of noise we make is insane. Ooh. Now, do you just mean in a statistical sense or just conceptually?
Your freaking nature.
Because I would argue, statistically speaking, discussing how much space and time exists, you know, statistically speaking, it might not be insane at all. But conceptually speaking, I 100% agree. The oddity of considering your own existence is very, very interesting.
Now we're cooking with gas.
What value is gained by the meat brain thinking about what it is?
Gonna paint my nails to match it.
It has to be a byproduct, right? There's no way thinking about ethics was a productive thing.
I want it.
Fully has to be a byproduct.
This one's so meat overclock.
What would be the evolutionary pressure to discuss the definition of a categorization?
Get it done, Miner.
We got him.
Mind if I do?
Yay.
Objective completed, Miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
No, what was it? There was one thing. I remember this in like middle school or something, so I would not even remember the source I had read this from. But there was this neurological theory that cropped up that stated that because the human brain is designed symmetrically, where we have the two hemispheres and it's split down the middle, that functions should be considered symmetrically as well, and that the only way a creature can develop the ability to think about itself as an individual is for it to equally develop the thought of there being something else outside of themselves, essentially. And it was sort of this argument that the only way a sentient creature can basically think of itself is for it to firmly have the ability to think that there is something else guiding it. It was basically this neurological argument for explaining the belief in, like, as one example, gods, but or as ghosts, as fate, luck, things like that. Like, before you get into statistics or anything, but just in order to think I exist, you also have to think something else outside of me exists. Now, I don't know, the logic I don't think quite tracks perfectly, but it is a very interesting thought process to go down to. That the only way to conceptualize of the individual is to conceptualize of something beyond the individual. And not as in like a thought process thing, but as like physically the only way to have a brain that can think of you as an individual is to inherently invite the thought of something greater than you. It's very interesting. Fucking flyboys.
Exemplary work.
I hate you.
You achieved your objective in a record time.
I hate you. I hate Christmas. I hate it. Hell yeah, Flyboy's dead. God, I have a herd of Flyboys coming through now. Fuck. I think I'm fucked. Yeah, I don't think I have the dig speed. Fuck me.
That didn't go as planned.
Ugh. If the theory of infinity is correct, then yeah, that would happen. Infinite monkeys with infinite typewriters, yeah. That's something that I always find very funny when discussing, like, mythological creatures that have, like, infinite lifespans, you know? Where it's like this idea that, oh, if you have an infinite amount of time, then you will die because in an infinite amount of time, inevitably anything will happen. Alright, let's take a look at what the lethal operation is. Give me a break from the no gear achievement. Plus 30 armor. You have only one choice. Supply pod will complete slower, drop pod will leave sooner. Minimap is less
Something to prove,
reliable.
nothing to lose. Except my
This one reflects my creative spirit. I like starting with the turret, turning up the heat.
Alright, let's go.
Management asks me to express their satisfaction with you undertaking this lethal operation.
Basically, if you live forever, inevitably you will die, because in forever, eventually something insane will happen that will cause you to die.
It's for me.
Huzzah for the infinite! Well, it doesn't have to be God, it'd be stars. Well, that's why I included ideas even such as fate or ghosts or anything, but it's like this idea. And what I'm saying though is you have to imagine it like if we were talking about neurologically, we're saying any animal that develops the idea to think of itself as an individual must conceptualize a thing grander than itself outside of itself, which can include fate, but I think most often like reflects itself in the way of thinking, like especially how like a lot of early societies, you know, had different like, oh, the river is a god, the stars are gods, like that sort of a thing, just something that is guiding outside of yourself. Now this can form as neutral form, which is like fate, something predetermined at your birth, but I think the most common one we've seen, at least amongst humans, are the different religious ideas that form. Which was sort of the argument of the original thing that I had read about a decade ago. Fuck me, that is slow.
Goodies headed your way, Miner.
Wait, and it didn't even hit there, what? Wait, why did that fall so far away from the circle? Is that part of it?
Hell yes.
Man, this one option is a little rough, isn't it?
I want it.
So it's kind of funny. I actually think this lethal operation, I think, is a lot funnier than the last one. The one with all the boom bugs. This one where it's like, yep, you get one choice. You're just gonna have to work with it. It's very funny.
You ugly son of a bitch.
Ouch.
Shoot it in the face.
Oh, one interesting thing I did learn about recently is, I'd always thought there's only one type of, like, seizure. Like, you know, the idea, like, a seizure is when all of the neurons in the brain are, like, misfiring at the same time, and that causes people to have, like, physical, you know, seizures happening. But it turns out there are actually a few different types of seizures. They can kind of depend on which part of the brain is sort of getting the dominant signals, because people can apparently also have, like, I wish I could remember the actual type. I don't remember the type names at all. There were a few different types of seizures I had learned about just like the other day, where the people just sort of stand still and stare off into space, where essentially the part of their brain that is seizing up is either like the part that controls emotions or the part that controls their sense of time. So we're like, they're gone, you know, just like in the same way you expect somebody who's like having a physical seizure is sort of in a way unconscious. Like they are also there, but they're just not having the muscle spasms, essentially. Where that's like a specific type of seizure where it's like hitting the part that controls motor function. It's just like, you gotta wonder like what a fucking emotion seizure expression is like.
They got your scent now. Threat level increased. All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
Alright, so what do I got? I've gotten a lot of lasting upgrades. So maybe going for exploding ice boys would be good. Lasting is also pretty good for the fences.
Stage 1. Well done, miner.
If we put this as something only theory, the question of things and why something outside ourselves comes before.
More options. This is this. What else? Nope. Try again.
Hey, more
Surely
lifetime.
next
Let's
time will
go.
be better.
Yeah, I think we'll do the reduced weapon. Like, the EXP pickup would be nice, but the reduced weapon range is actually a positive for the fences. Because unlike other turrets, you don't drop your fences when you stop moving. You drop fences once you're beyond their range. So the shorter you get their range, the more of the fences you'll end up dropping. So another way you can drop more fences to get more movement speed as well. So reducing their range, increasing your movement speed. And it might be once you're at full fences, if you reload again, it'll still drop that extra fence automatically. Like, I don't know if you can, like, it won't go above max charges, but don't hold me to that one. I'm not 100% sure on that. So maybe getting really high reload rate could also get you more fences, essentially. Though it would be a rarer spawn than just getting shorter range or more movement speed. Considering how many boosts we've gotten to lasting, I think our fences are actually going to be a little insane.
I'm gonna kill you all.
Yeah, I want to kind of focus my fences if possible. Hey.
Gun for a gorgeous dwarf.
Oh, right, we have the extremely reduced speed.
Little robot.
Do I bother fighting for this? I think we're okay. With how many fences we have set up, I think it'll be impossible for them to stand on me. So we are going to be vulnerable to ranged attacks, but we might be unapproachable.
Should've worn a hard hat, stupid.
At least once we get into a corner like that. Yikes, I don't know. I don't like a build that corners myself, but I mean, maybe we can make good use of it.
Hell yes.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Hey, big guy. Can you help me get the Morkite? I just want the Morkite, please. Uh-oh, getting a little cornered. Getting a little cornered. Not dropping enough fences. Oh boy.
It's a little extra special.
You know, my lifetime's going pretty crazy. Are we over 30 on our drones? No, we're not actually above 30 on our drones. Sag.
This one almost makes it too easy.
Hey, there we
Excellent
go.
work. You've achieved your objective in record time.
Alright, let's try to fence them up. Get these fucking bosses standing on a ton of overlapping fences.
Lock it in.
Maybe I should have reloaded for something better than hell.
You're hot to kill.
Oh yeah, that's a good fence combo.
Boom, baby.
Oh, they melted. The elites in there are melting. Bosses aren't quite taking as much damage as I would like, but that fucking melted the elites.
Give it to me. this one. Let's show them some pain.
Threat level increasing.
Beautiful.
All tasks complete.
Alright, this might be the lethal operation we gotta do.
Get on it before it...
Like, I don't know. I'm like, obviously I won't be able to get 10 runs in before stream has to end. But we might have to farm this lethal operation a little bit. Because it feels like it's gonna be easier to get a win on this one than the last one we had.
Well done.
Gotta have what else we got? I'm feeling lucky.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Yay! Let's go, let's go.
Danger and darkness away.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. What are we doing? We are at only 5 mushrooms. Damn. Thought I was already at 8. So now I miscounted that aggressively. Ooh, that's a corner. Oh boy. Little cornered. Little tiny cornered here.
The surface is too packed for the supply pod to land.
Oh god, right. And our fucking mini-map doesn't work. Alright, supply pod looks to be back the way I came. I'll make a roll that way. Hitting a shell with a rock will break it, and I can eat the food. Many animals can understand something similar, but many don't ask the question. Don't ask the question and try to find an answer. As to the why it works, I suppose. You're saying that would be enough of a selective pressure to go for something that considers the why.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a
So what is
storm coming.
produced by asking why? Because if you can figure out why, that allows you to figure out other ways to do a thing. But if you only ask why in response to something that's happening, the only thing you're discovering is other ways to do a thing you're already doing. So it will future-proof you, but it doesn't produce value in and of itself, right? Now that's not obviously, as a human, I understand the value of being able to figure out other ways to do a thing, and how that helps you go from, you know, agrarian to industrial. But it's like interesting, because at the earlier levels, like at monkey level, you know, if you're already able to do a thing, being able to conceptualize of other ways to do the thing you're already doing feels like a very interesting thing to evolutionarily select for, you know? Like, eventually, if you hit a problem with the original way, then cool, you figured out another way to do it. But in the moment, it doesn't really produce for you.
That will teach you.
It just makes it a very interesting idea.
Hell yes.
It makes it like a what? Like a delayed gratification sort of selective pressure.
You ugly son of a bitch. Suck on this, you freak of nature.
So I know there have been studies about humans, like comparing humans' ability to do like delayed gratification compared to other humans. Has our ability to express delayed gratification ever been tested against other animals?
Oh yeah.
Like, I know we've had our memory tested against, like, chimpanzees and other things with different, like, puzzles, but I wonder if there's ever been a test on humans, like, delayed gratification versus chimpanzees' delayed gratification. Because it would be interesting if it turns out humans have, like, a highly adapted ability to engage in delayed gratification. Is that would, like, express an even stronger interest in that idea of being able to ask why to figure out another way to do something that you're already doing, even though the fact that you're doing it would imply you don't need another way to do it.
There it goes.
Watch it.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Because I do know, growing up, when like I went through the thing of learning about how smart people are compared to other animals, it does feel like humans are, in a way, unnecessarily smart, if you think about it. If you were to take, like, how smart humans are and cut it in half, like, if we were stuck in the Stone Age or the Bronze Age forever, I feel like we would still be the dominant like, we would still be the top of the food chain, right? Like, if humans were in Stone Age forever, if we never figured out, like, the ideas of forging, metallurgy, or any of that, I feel like we would still be dominating. Like, we were still top of the food chain at that point. So just from an evolutionary perspective, that's how smart you needed to be at the top of our food chain. So why go beyond that?
Dibs. Top choice.
Stage 3 completed. Taking you to stage 4.
I suppose maybe there would have been some pressure from, like, Neanderthal, if you consider it, but I don't know if there would have been enough pressure from the other sapiens at the time to really say, oh, you gotta be smarter than the other sapiens or else.
I hope this mission will pay off handsomely.
I mean, but if you're saying it's just that, then why aren't we even smarter? Why isn't everything evolving towards being smarter? There's only so much food you can store. The reward's gotta be worth the investment, you know? So you would just expect the pressure to only get to the level of smart you need to be at the top, and then for it to not to go further because there's not really a game beyond that stage, you know?
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Once you are smart enough to be at the top of the food chain permanently, what is the evolutionary pressure to go beyond that?
Feel vitalized.
Dig a tunnel, dig it more than nice. Work, Sinora, work it more than twice. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you.
Might as well.
Oh god, they just did a spawn, and they did it in a circle with bombs. Fuck me. Yeah, it really feels like the spawns are contained by you leaving a lot more stone up. And this is to go even further beyond.
Supply pod ready for insertion.
Now, one argument you could make is that essentially how smart humans are was ultimately like a mutation accident. Like, we got beyond what we needed, but because we were beyond what we needed and there was no pressure to go back, you didn't hit that minimum requirement, you know? You overshot it by accident, but the overshoot was smart enough. So it just sat there.
I'm a new dwarf. Boom, baby.
But it could also be, for example, it could be sort of just like breakpoint theory, for example, where as smart as you would need to be in the Stone Age necessitates you are intelligent enough to figure out metallurgy, right? Like, let's say the Stone Age is 100% the intellect level you need that'll put you permanently at the top of the food chain, right? Let's just say that. But if we also say then at that level of intellect, you will always like also be able to figure out basic metallurgy, then it's like there is no difference technically between these two levels of intellect, would be another argument. Where it's like, yeah, you don't need to be smart enough to do, you know, the steam engine, but if you're smart enough to figure out hit rock together till sharp, necessitates smart enough to figure out push steam through fan to make it go fast, then, you know, there's no real difference between those intellectual levels.
Threat level keeps increasing. You need to work faster.
God, I hate the roly-poly. I might lose because it's a roly-poly. That's what I gotta do. I gotta create the fence circle, I guess. Yeah, we'll go for that. Just create the hyper dense electric fence.
They're everywhere. Move out, miner. Get it over with.
But if he doesn't land on it, then it's not really of a ton of value. Fuck, I hate roly-polies. They break the game. Everything in this game assumes creatures move in a straight pattern towards you constantly. And the roly-poly's the only fucking unit that doesn't move on that logic.
The clock's ticking, miner.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
There
Fuck.
goes my yearly bonus.
Fuck me. It's not even the lethal operation. It's not the. It is just that enemy. Coming the random neuron of brains of some random species coming together, so other neurons can come together to add it. It took trillions of years to even start asking things. Well, you know, that's presuming. We don't know, because obviously there are birds that use tools and whatever that can look at a problem and figure out how to solve it before they start solving it. Perhaps it is more common. Perhaps everything is a byproduct of everything else. I'm
Just
upset.
one gun and an unbelievable work ethic.
I'm so upset.
Shock fences for me, please. Gonna keep my stuff in good repair.
We're gonna do a weapon mastery. God, I'm at 0 achievements today. I spent so long trying to get the no gear one.
Now it's
And I
my
thought it would be
favorite
so
color.
much easier than it was. I do like our new lethal operation. That does feel a bit easier, but I don't know. I just hate. And because I think the lethal operation is always the exact same spawns, like it's the same map, same enemies, same like loot bug locations, I think I'm always going to be facing the roly-poly guy. And I hate that. I hate them. And it's not their attacks, it's exclusively their movement patterns.
It'll do. I'm clocking it to 11.
Supplies blocked. Get the landing zone cleared.
Loot bug eliminated. Oh. Eat lead.
Swarm detected. Get ready.
I guess the question is, was Neanderthal smart enough to figure out the steam engine?
I'm having an epic
Who
vision.
knows?
Hello and goodbye. Tough choice. Gimme.
We could easily have been just animals, nothing evolving to ask anything to this day until the sun blows up.
I want it.
Well,
Points for style.
I mean, we couldn't be, because if we were, then we wouldn't be
There you go.
asked.
Didn't see that coming, sucker.
Right? You can only ask if you were the one that was selected to be able to ask. What, selection bias? Survivorship bias?
I want it. This'll do. Ooh. Feels like a brand new gun now. Your history. Ugh, I got it in the mouth. Huh. Bingo. Gotta have it.
Starts reload speed, lifetime. Ah, we could do.
Baby.
Right, the electrical
This
discharges.
one's for Carl.
They count, right? They'll discharge it themselves, right?
Lock it in.
God damn it! I go fence, and immediately the first boss is a goddamn roly-poly. I hate this. So I guess we just run in a circle around him, accept all other damage, so we can actually get some on him. You know, once we set up all the fences in like a dense pack, we can do quite a bit. Okay, yeah. So this is how you kill roly-polies with electric fences. You have to accept other minions are gonna hit you.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
And just work on melting him and nothing else.
This one
Drop
was
pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you.
sweet.
Because they do melt if they stand on a couple of those beams at the same time.
Loot bug open.
Alright, let's go.
Stage 1 cleared. Be
This will
sure to
help me
spend your
work hard.
gold and nitro before the next.
You know what? I've got it. I think this will be our one achievement today, is the electric
I
fences.
already feel stronger.
We will be
I want
unstoppable.
another go.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined.
Damn, I forgot my lucky charm.
I'm not saying we as in our current speeds, but our ancestors are just so different from them. Yeah, we stand upright. You know what's amazing is the more I've learned about what you have to do in order to stand upright, or what just changes physically about upright bodies than others, it is amazing how much standing upright did for us being smart. Because, like, one of the things, like, you don't initially realize, but as soon as you look at it, you're like, oh, yeah, obviously, is a big difference between quadruped and bipedal creatures, is that a quadrupedic creature needs enough musculature on their skeleton structure to hold up the entire weight of their head. And that musculature can't really be used for anything else. So you have to commit a lot of calories to holding up the full weight of your head if you're going to be quadrupedic, you know?
Growing stronger.
However, if you become bipedal, then you can make your spinal column, since it goes straight down from your skull, hold up a serious majority of that weight. And you can do a lot less with actual muscle structure. You can just let the spine hold the weight. And it's actually like that did a lot for Homo erectus, or whenever we started doing that. For just like giving us the ability to let our skull get heavier without snapping our neck.
Take it.
And just being bipedal buys you an insane amount of weight that you just can't get any other way.
One down. I can
That's just a funny one to consider, that it just incidentally a byproduct of being bipedal is you're allowed to distribute weight differently, which can give you significantly larger skulls.
this one.
But really, if you think about it, the only time you care about that is if your skull is where you store your brain. So, like, if animals had evolved not to have, like, skull brain, but, like, butt brain? Ooh, like, what if your brain was in the center of your spine, right? In the middle of your back? Then bipedal creatures would actually have a significantly harder time than quadrupedic creatures in developing larger brains, because all that weight would now be not being supported properly.
Your history.
Butt brain.
Give it to me.
Thank you, Earth, for giving us head brain creature instead of butt brain creature, so that bipedal ape can have biggest brain.
Threat level increasing.
I can't get enough of this rare stuff.
I like having biggest brain and being bipedal, because that also gives me free hands to do fun things like hit rocks together and poke with stick.
Think you could kill me? Well, think again. Ah! This one suits me best.
Imagine the hell of being smart enough to make stick, but not have hands to make stick with.
Objective completed, miners.
I rarely pick
Get
one
to
of
the
these.
drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
No way! A legendary!
You think that's why birds oftentimes are little shits to human? They're smart enough to know how to use tools. They've even picked up sticks and used them for things. But they're looking at us crafting sticks with our cheating fucking thumbs, being like, you assholes. We could do that too if we bothered to evolve thumbs. I like to think that's the constant thought going through all birds.
Take out the dreadnought. Good luck, miner.
Is a vindictive hatred of our opposable thumbs.
I'm ready for a beer when this is over.
No, it's not doing as much damage as quickly as I really presumed this dense ball of fences would do. It is killing him, most definitely, but I really thought that'd be like 20% faster.
You're cute, but you're dead. This'll do.
Sweating through her skin was also wise? Was it? How does that help with the intelligence thing? Now, don't get me wrong. That's very useful for a persistence hunter, you know? That's certainly a great thing for being able to run for a really long time. But so few creatures on Earth need to run for a very long time.
I die a little inside.
I guess it is a new level of heat management. Maybe that helps deal with heat brain? Heat brain too hot?
Locate the LZ.
But I don't know, there are other forms of heat management, right? Man, I wonder how smart, like how much denser of nervous tissue could you get away with on a cold-blooded critter, right? Because listen, they rely on external sources to heat themselves up. But could you imagine, like let's imagine a creature that is cold-blooded, but runs such a dense collection of like nervous tissue that functionally their brain acts as their internal heat source, right? But they're cold-blooded, so their blood runs all that heat out to the rest of their body, and they essentially use their computer as their room space heater, you know? Their brain is their body's heater. I feel like you could have some fun with that design.
Might as well.
I don't know how much you could actually get away with there, obviously. I don't know all the upsides and downsides of cold blood, but I feel like there's definitely something entertaining in the concept.
This upgrade's gonna change my life. Got it right between the eyes.
You know, imagine laying in bed, feeling cold, deciding to think about a word puzzle to try to warm yourself up.
It's calling to me. That's the one.
Oh god, I'm feeling like I am not killing things quickly enough. The real downside of the electric fence only. Is that when enemies are running in front of you, there's nothing you can do to clear the path to run along to set up your fences. Shit. Oh my god, I think I lose. I think I lose right here. Fuck. 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 Wait, there might be enough EXP up here to get me a couple of levels. Levels might give me some heals. This is feeling bad. This is feeling very bad. Or we just gotta move in circles. Just keep moving in circles. Fucking bomb bug spawns.
You want some more?
Alright, alright, alright. We're out of bombs, which means we might be able to actually circle up here a little bit. Alright, there was another bomb. God damn it.
This works.
Alright, alright, alright. We got him circled up a bit.
That's all you got, you slippery shit. You ugly son of a bitch.
Alright, this is starting to work. This is starting to work.
Bingo. Bring the fire.
Oh no, he walled me.
Die, creep.
Well, that's not so good. Oh, fuck. Oh shit, the spawns. Oh shit, the walls. I might be in trouble. This might be it. Oh my god. Oh, oh, if that stun hadn't happened right when it did. Oh, yeah, we're gonna move out where he was spitting all those walls up. Oh, the spat up the walls everywhere. Okay, that's not so hot.
Don't get this wrapped up soon. It's all over, Miner.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, we got out. We got out. Oh god, a sudden like wave of ranged units, I think.
Try this out.
God, we gotta loop them. We gotta create the circle again. God, he put up walls in just enough places that I can't really create the fucking. Okay, wait, we got one. We got one starting. And the second I get one started up, it's like he detects what I'm. Okay, we just gotta get to the escape pod then. We do gotta get to the escape pod. But it's right there. Oh my god, weapon mastery, electric fencing. Hey! Hey, there we go! I made it through the wilderness. You know I made it. And that's our first achievement of the day. Oh god, that's horrible. Oh god, I'm doing so poorly. Alright, we're taking another run. We're taking another run at the no gear hazard 5. Let's go. So we tried it with the flamethrower guy a lot. We did a couple of run attempts with the scout, but all those failed. So how can we change up the scout? What were the big things? The big things that I was running into with the flamethrower dude is we had no way to like cut our way out of danger zones. The scout, what did we have? What was our main problem with the scout? Honestly, it just feels like we can't keep ahead of difficulty 5's spawn rate and health without any gear, you know? It really feels like we just can't kill things quickly enough. So what, do I counter that by just leveling quicker, you know, going for more EX speed boosts before I really try to do any stat boosting? It could be that we just have to, like, go for hyper leveling. Like, never take any common upgrades, for example. Like, only take uncommon or higher. Could be it.
Sure, why not?
Like, you can already see, like, I have all these fucking bugs all around me, and I am not cutting through them quickly at all. Even, like, the entry-level low-health boys are taking a lot of shots. Maybe it's just the scouts. Maybe the Zukov is just sort of crap. Oh, God. I've been so obsessed with getting the Zukov to try to get the achievement for having the Zukov and the burst fire all the way upgraded. That might have tainted my actual opinion on the effectiveness of the Zukov as a weapon.
Gotta get my shock on.
Now the bug zapper is, if you can get it all the way overclocked to like unlimited power, I think the best crowd clear in the game. Now it's not bad crowd clear when you don't have that overclock, but once you get unlimited power, I think it is like the best at crowd clear. So what, do we just force it maybe? Force it early, let it be our crowd clear, then we just look at high single target weapons to fill out our other 2 slots.
I'm a new dwarf.
Maybe. Maybe that'll work? We still have elites we need to kill early.
Sure, why not? I just became a better dwarf.
But with the scout, we could also look at just trying to take any artifact, for example, that gives us dodge chance, because we do start with an abnormally high dodge chance.
Overclock time, baby. Oh yeah. Dibs.
Okay, yeah. So we're doing, yeah, the bug zapper definitely did a good job of clearing out the chaff, but it does look like the high health units are not impressed with our current build. Okay, noted. Noted. We definitely need to pick up a burst weapon, something like the harpoon, I think, but bug zapper harpoon might be our like go-to combo if we can get it. If we don't die here.
Oh, shark attack. Got it right between the eyes.
Pre-watched, clearly.
Dwarves don't die easily. Pretty sweet.
Sorry guys, sorry I pre-watched my own stream.
Feels like a brand new gun now. I'm not scared of you. One down. Just what I needed. Take that.
The threat level keeps rising.
Oh yeah.
You have to move, miner.
Alright. We do be looking pretty okay. It still feels, you know, obviously a little underleveled.
Overclock time, baby.
But it's stage 1, you know, this is our lowest level point. We'll hit the shop, we'll be able to buy a few extra levels.
Suck on this, you freaking
Protest
nature.
satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It
I
won't
just
hang
became a
around.
better dwarf.
So we'll see. I feel like we'll have a better idea of how strong we actually are by the time we get to the end of stage 2. We did get the 2 weapons I wanted, so we're pretty well set up. We'll see what we can plug into our last slot. What's the thing we need to fill in for? Good burst damage, good crowd clear. So is it just... what?
Yeah, now we're talking. Overclock, rock, what else?
What do we want added into this?
It's a little extra special.
You know the
I don't know,
drill,
maybe
miner.
something with more AoE, maybe a status effect thing? Yeah, I think applying more, like obviously our harpoon applies some status effect, but it's really more for the burst damage. It's not constantly re-upping those status effects, you know? But I don't know what good status weapons the scout gets offered. Like maybe a drone or a grenade would be pretty solid to fill in what we're missing. I'd obviously love something like the bile spewer, you know, but I don't think this guy gets the sludge pump. I'm pretty sure that's outside his weapon options. And it's not like we can grab gear to make it in his weapon options, because that's the achievement we're going for.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swoop incoming.
We'll see. Either way, I think we're pretty stable right now with our current combo. Though we do want to get to like those max overclocks. I think that's the big thing right now, is leveling up and getting more overclocks out of our main 2 weapons. trying to remember what all the harpoon, like one of the harpoons is adding cryo, one's adding fire, but I don't remember what their big, like, unstable overclock is.
It's for me.
I think it's like fire all of their bolts or something. The fact that I don't remember ever taking the other option.
Supply pod inbound.
Nice. I'm raring to try this out. This one.
What do we do? Cryo will add fire bolt, and you know what?
Boomstick.
Since what we're looking for is just sort of a support weapon, I think the boomstick would be good, actually.
Dibs. Oh yeah.
Detected.
Keep enemies
Ready.
pushed back a little bit. Yeah, just buy us space and time. If we put the cryo upgrade on it, even more. We'll see, we'll see. I feel like that's a really good trio of weapons. I feel like those are going to all cover for each other really effectively. It does mean we're very much going jack of all, master of none. But
Yeah.
maybe we can like turn that around with just our overclocks. Level up.
Woo, baby.
Higher burst would be good. Ooh, there's a magnet in there. Alright, we're gonna loop back around, hit up that magnet.
This will help me work harder.
Do love the scouts high dodge
This one
chance.
makes me want to be a better dwarf.
We're close. We're how many levels off? 3 levels, and then we'll be able to get the unlimited power.
You want some more? Got it right between the eyes. Lock it in.
Alright, yeah. I think these two have avoided damage for a little too long. We're gonna slow walk them. Just try to get the crossbow just going through them over and over.
Gotta move it, miner. The bugs are gunning for you.
Yikes.
Looks
Ooh,
beautiful.
paint job's great. Unfortunately, I think that leaves us 1 level short, but still, it's good to get up to there.
Eat blood. Now it's my favorite color.
Alright, both of our main weapons are 1 level short from their next overclock.
Hello and goodbye.
Gotta move it, miner. The bugs are gunning for you.
Now.
Fuck!
Dibbity dip.
Guess what's on
And
the
of
menu?
course, neither of those weapons show an upgrade.
Attack!
Oh no, Flyboy's gonna catch me. Oh, get looped, Flyboy. Oh, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Might be about to corner myself, but
Objective completed. Excellent job.
alright, that's one of them down.
Gotta move it, miner. The bugs are gunning for you.
One down.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just slow walk the Flyboy and be willing to take some minion damage because he is too much health.
Get it wrapped up, miner. The longer you stay, the harder it gets.
I love how the slasher is the only one I consistently call the right name. What do I got? Roly-polies, fly boys, tanks? No, Spitter and Slasher. I think both of them I call the right name consistently. But it's all the other three. I'm like, yeah, nah, whatevs. We call them what they do.
Objective completed, Miner. Get to the
Alright,
drop
can I
pod
get to the
before
drop
it gets back
pod?
to orbit.
Sugar. Be back up to full before I get on the drop pod. Let's go. Ooh, I've got to carve through this. Alright, 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 alright. Hell yeah.
Completed. Taking you to
Calling to
stage
me.
3. Well done.
Put a bit of extra kick in it.
Okay, we're getting there, y'all.
This will help me work harder.
Keep trying to push our main boys
Feels rare.
up.
Feels
We're gonna do
like
unlimited
this
power.
once. Surely next time will be better.
You know what? I think the armor will be good. What'll be? Oh my god, it's only stage 3. I'm already struggling. Yeah, I'm definitely like under leveled or taking the wrong upgrades or something. I feel like I'm struggling. We're only on stage 3. Now we did get unlimited powers, so like big crowds of weak enemies should have almost no effect on us whatsoever. Maybe we look at taking the Zukov up to getting the cold, or the boomstick up to getting the cold. Both of those would be okay. They like buy us more time essentially to get out the damage we need. Hi, Hyper Beam. How was your time away? We have earned 1 achievement since you left. I'm very humiliated at this point. Pretty good? Oh yeah, I'm glad.
Landing zone for obstacles, please. Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective.
Alright, we got all our mushrooms. Sure, we could do a legendary. We'll try to get back to that drop pod. Fuck. Really thought with unlimited power there'd be fewer fucking minions walking around. Fortunately, my friend is drawing my model making out with an Undertale character against my... Ooh. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds cringe as hell. Fuck, I'm almost dead. Why'd I even read that? You understand now that message might be the reason I die? No, I'm in a corner. I'm fucked. Unless I can escape the claws. Oh my god, and they're still just off screen. Oh my god, the spawns are off screen.
You dumb bugs. This will only make me
Fucking hell. I hate that. How do I deal with that? There's a point. There's a point like stage 3, stage 4, where they are spawning faster than I can kill them.
Don't die.
Time for some ripping crystalline caverns, my favorite.
What can I do? What can I do about them overspawning my ass? Alright, last idea.
Ah,
As we stand our ground.
broke. I'ma still fix it.
Let's hear. I mean, what? The big things I've noticed missing is like our mining speed, our armor, our health, right? Those have been some of the biggest things I've noticed with going 0 gear.
Sorry, little bug. Your own
So maybe doing the fully dedicated turret build allows me to ignore most of that? The best idea I can come up with. I don't know if it'll even work. It does mean it'll get to the point where we don't have to, like, do the run away from the crowd thing, obviously, because with a dedicated construct build, you really want to stand still and let all your turrets mass spawn. And, oh my god, it's a dead end. Oh my god. Just fucked by my spawn location, I guess. Yeah, no, game is just out here telling me, no, fuck you, we're just gonna put you in a peninsula where you spawn. Sure hope you aren't here at level 1. Let's go. That is an amazing problem to have.
Time to stick it to the bug.
You know what? I do have to acknowledge, as much as you guys like to draw me as both a dork and an idiot, none of you have tried to draw my tardigrade in a way to imply that I'm old. And that's, you know what, I gotta appreciate that. I get a bunch of, actually 6'7", can't read, made outfit stuff, but none of you try to do, like, unk memes on me in the way you draw me, so I do appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Am I a little Uncle Champ?
Yeah, I am, aren't I? I wonder how Emily's doing. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Supply pod incoming.
Heads up.
What can I do? What can I do? 3 levels could be really good.
I want it. Gotta have it. Points for style. I'm
Hey.
11. I'm a new dwarf.
God, that's the peninsula, so I can't go north, so I have to keep running through the minions to get away. Fucking hell. You know, this is insane. It is insane, like, how difficult it is just to deal with the little bugs.
Take this one.
The low health bugs just spawn in amounts and with just enough health that you can't be killing them faster than they're spawning. Yeah, we're gonna go dedicated construct. We're just 100% dedicating to it.
Cowabunga!
I just dropped the whole pack of turrets there.
Take that!
We got bugs sign the likes of which I've never seen.
This one suits me best. Overclock time, baby!
Alright, we do have some insane mining potential now, because I think both our machine gun turrets and our
The
flame
thing is,
turrets...
they said if I turn that art into a emote for my Discord and Twitch, they will make any emote I want.
Ooh, emote for emote, I see. It is a hard thing to argue against.
Sure, why not?
Free shit is always nice.
Dial it in.
The bugs aren't appreciating your presence, miner. Get the
Yeah,
lead
well,
out.
I'm not appreciating the bug's presence, so, you know, who's really at fault if you think about it? Look at that! You can't! Look at it, they're just like, boom! Infinite bugs. Every spawn wave goes so far off the edge of the map that I don't know how I'm supposed to be approaching it. I feel like I'm misunderstanding something fundamentally on how I'm supposed to approach this problem. But, oh well, y'all. I'm definitely burnt. I'm burnt out. I think that fucking did me in. I'm terribly sorry, though we did make it all the way to 7, so I'm thinking this will be a solid place for me to call it for the
Oh yeah,
evening.
Eric, did you see how I described that game I sent you?
Holy shit, wait. Is this Emily? Did Emily DM me? Did you see how I described the game I sent you? I'm not sure, but I'm heading off Hyperbeam. Sorry, I got nothing left in the tank, so I'm afraid that's where I'm gonna be calling it for the evening, y'all. A horrible show of it today. I'm terribly sorry. I'm probably gonna take a few runs at that lethal operation myself. On my own, but I'll try not to beat the whole game without all of you. Thank you, each and every one of you, for showing up and hanging out today. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had fun. I most certainly did. And I'll see you all just as soon as possible. Make sure you guys have a great fucking weekend, and I will see you as soon as possible. Remember, I love you all. And let's get ready to raid, y'all. Here's our raid target. There is your raid message. And let's raid in 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go, girls.